Me running a settlement on a remote island? You better believe it. I'm jumping into Tropico 6 for the very first time. The goal was massive. Survive the pre-colonial era and climb all the way to a modern day tourist mecca. It was a wild ride, but we made it happen. Also, if you aren't yet subscribed, please help me out as I'm so close to 40k. Now grab your snacks, let's get situated. It's time to build a mega city. Alrighty, here we go. Me and El Presidente. Here's all the details, guys. The seed is 59291196. Now I've got about 5 or so hours in just to make sure I wasn't too much of a noob before we get cracking in, and the goal on this is just to pretty much enjoy it, but also try and make a good chunk of money. And we're doing a singular island, which is going to be huge. So without further ado, let's crack on. Okay, let's pause it. We are in. This is what our palace looks like, by the way, and let's get a look at the island. Holy moly, it's huge. That's awesome. That's what we wanted, so no drama really. I've actually turned disasters off as well, and guys, keep the tips coming. I'm more than happy to listen to them. It is a wonderful, wonderful help when you have them, so thank you. So I'm just going to spend some time putting in some basic roads and decide what we're going to kind of do with stuff. And one of the first ones we're going to do actually is probably check in on the fertility. So we'll start with our first bit of plantation. I'm thinking sugar, and honestly we're quite good here actually, aren't we? So we're going to line these up in a way that is going to be pretty good. So we're going to go for sugar. Banana's going to go this way, so I might double up on sugar because we're going to go with rum production, and then maybe a banana plantation this way, and then one of them maybe, what do we want? I'm trying to think what's pretty good early on. Maybe tobacco as well, although tobacco is going to have to go this side. I could get coffee. Okay, coffee go in there. And we'll start with these 4 because that's quite a lot already, and then we'll make sure we can afford the houses. And we're also going to get a fisherman wharf. Where's our fish? Okay, they're there, so we'll probably just stick it that side. And what I'm going to do is try and keep all of this as close as possible to the front area, so when we build out it should be fine. Now we're going to start with the first lot of houses. They're mainly going to be bunk houses to get us going, and we will just chuck in 3 or 4 around this way. So we've got 75 to start. We've still got 36,000 here, and then we'll start to look at maybe our first trade route. And there isn't anything that we want to do here. There's fish. We could unlock fish, so I will sign that contract. And obviously we'll be breaking 3 in 6 years anyway. So we start with the one dairy farm. You usually have the ranch with cattle. There we go. And then we'll have the basics here. I'll keep these country's houses in for now. We've got 1 construction office, 1 teamster's office. I'm not going to filter any of these early on other than the dock. So we'll make sure it's got sniffer dogs, so it's a safer environment. And we'll also get in, I think, 1 more teamster's office. So the plan is going to be to utilize as much of this as we can. And this is not going to stay. And all farms are going to be multicultural, so we'll need manure as well. So I'll be being pretty clinical with it to start. I think that's okay. And we'll get a manure spreader to cover these guys right there. And just basically try and get some industry going. And I think I'll take some roads up, so we got a lot to work with, haven't we? And I need to check out what mines we have in a moment too. So if we can find iron, that would be wonderful. So let's have a look. We have iron right there where we put that road, and I also have iron right here. This is perfect. So early money wise, this is going to be all we need to do. It's nice and close to the housing estate, and it will give us some industry to work with. I'm just going to hit a couple of quick builds on these houses to get things moving a little bit, just so we can start. Oh, we do have hides actually, some meat and hides. We could do that one, so we'll just do the smaller contracts now. I'll purchase one more, and then I'll probably purchase a 3rd. So we'll have 3 trade routes. Got 1 iron, 1 hides, 1 fish, and then we should be fine. So I think for these guys we're going to need a basic house or 2 next to the fishery, just so they've got work to do. And so it begins. There it is. Like I say, do keep tips and stuff coming as we go. I have built up to the point of Cold War, I think, so I do know a little bit. We'll accept this one. Got a fisherman's wharf and produce 500 fish. So anything to get the revolutionaries in at the moment. And let's go for a logging camp or 2 as well. I think I'll get 2 of these. And honestly, I'll probably... yeah, let's get them out this way. I'm actually going to stick 2 logging camps in. We'll quick build these because they cost literally nothing, but we will need a couple of houses this way too. And I'll stick 2 bunkhouses there, 1 bunkhouse, and then 1 coconut harvester as well. Let's have a look. We've got some good areas for it. We got really good areas for it. We'll be working to get to the bus station pretty quickly if we can. I'll probably just put it there. What do we have? Fulfill export trade route with Crown. Yep, we'll take that. And honestly, before you know it, the setup is kind of there really. And with these guys, we'll set the logging area. And then off the back of that, industry-wise, we should be able to get the lumber mill. And lumber mill, I will go next to it out this way as well. I might need 1 more house this way. Let's get a second bunkhouse. And we'll change our pastures to get us manure. So we'll go past a prohibition. And I think I want to build a couple more of those. So we've got 8,000 at the moment. Let's get a couple of ranches in. And we'll select a couple of different ones. So we've got meat and hides. Let's go for actually another meat and hides, in all fairness. I don't think that's a bad idea. And I might go for 2 more. We're going to work on the same industry-related things. And then we'll make sure we get that built out with bunkhouses just this way. We'll go for 4 this way, as well as a road to connect this side. And honestly, I'll probably keep fairly gritty to start, just so we've got stuff to work around. And let's relocate that pasture as well. So we'll have these houses in. Might be worth a quick build or 2 on these, so we've got the housing. And that way I can bin out these ones and it shouldn't be a problem. And that should get our manure for the farms to really start to come in. And hopefully we'll have some good resources to start to sell. So in here we can see them right now. We've got some good trades already. And in the Fisherman's Wharf, we're going to get the fishing dredge, which can slowly get in the shellfish for us too. And would you look at that? We've got no one who's broke anymore. We've got our jobs. We've got some spare houses and jobs at the moment, so we'll need to keep those coming. I've got a couple extra houses building, so we can get industry kind of stuff around here, which is good. And we're going to go pasture prohibition on all of these. So we just need people to come in with these jobs. Bit of a farming area at the front. I think most of this will end up being farmland, and then we'll have to pick where we want it. We could have like a tourist section over here. I think I am going to go into tourism. And there we go. We've fulfilled a first trade route, and I'm going to just take the 2,000. I'm not going to extend the mandate. I think I'll be absolutely fine. But I will come in and have a look, and we'll get our first tavern in for a job as well. So let's go. Realistically, where are our houses going to be? I think we're going to... Let's check the tavern in there. I honestly want to move this. 2,500. El Presidente. Let's get you out of the way. For now. Yeah, that's good. We'll get it out of the way so we've actually got like downtown area to build with, and I can keep this moving. And I will waste time with these. So Teamster's office will go there. And construction office will go just there as well. Oh no, what do we have? Blight. All crop conditions are decreased by 40%. Wow, that's unlucky. Decrease the unemployment rate to 7%. We'll accept that one. I'm fairly certain we're already there, if I'm honest. We're not far off, are we? Unemployed, 15 of 83, so we're nearly there. Now we'll be keeping a close eye on trade routes. Already finished the iron one, so if we can unlock another iron, that would be fantastic. Also logs. So what I'll be doing quite a lot is going into my resource overview. I'll typically go the highest one, so that's where we'll be looking, because these aren't processed yet. We're storing logs, so let's go ahead and get these done. They're not amazing, but probably do a big one, but we'll stick with smaller trade routes for now. And with a double sugar plantation, we should be able to go with a rum distillery. I don't know where to put this though. I want to keep that as farm. Yeah, I think I'll go in here for now. It's going to be like a bit of a docks kind of areas where a lot of it's going to go. And if I maybe aim to build the central area of town maybe around here, we should. We're going to take the 10 revolutionary immigrants on this one as well. Because we need quite a lot of them and we need a lot of approval. Wow, we have 97 approval. We're doing great. I'm actually waiting for some of the quests to come up before I build anything, because they will ask for it, so I will have to just keep them happy that way. And when we've got money, I will take the second shift upgrades in these during the World Wars as well. They're pretty handy. Crown demand, build a dungeon. I'm going to discard. I don't want to build a dungeon. And there's the unemployment rate below 7%. Wow, that was smooth. And we did finish a trade route. Awesome. So we're hoping for another hides one. It doesn't look to be one. Meat might not be a bad idea. We've got fish that's nearly done. Logs going in. Maybe meat. And we'll soon be able to do rum, actually. So we sign a small rum one. We'll purchase another one. But yeah, getting those houses in. Population is flying already, I can't lie. So we just need some money now. And here we go. Have a pirate cove, and we can get 10 revolutionary immigrants with that one as well. I'm definitely going to accept this one because pirate cove is pretty handy too, to be honest, to make loads of money. So we can go and steal resources. And there's our goal. Have a revolutionaries approval of 60 of them on average and have 60 supporting ones. Easy enough. And there is the rum distillery right in front of the port. See, look at that already. It's great. I'm having a lot of fun on this game too. I can't believe I haven't really played much Tropico. So full disclaimer, my previous Tropico adventures, I think I tried to play Tropico 3 or Tropico 4 quite some years ago. I didn't play it that much, so I really am a bit of a noob with it. But if you'd love to see more, obviously let me know as well. I've got some ideas that we could do for this, if it is well received. And I think we've got enough for our Pirate Cove now, because we've got money. So Pirate Cove, I'll probably just have off over here for now. Out the way. There we go, and that's roaded in. We can quick build that, because this can get us up some stuff. So we'll select missions. It's going to be... Honestly, I'm going to loot... No, we're not going to do that. There's the 10 revolutions. Thank you. Yeah, I'll loot one of those. Then we'll do treasure hunts continually. Just for now. There's quite a lot of stuff we can do with it as well. But that will do just to get us money. So we've got the revolutionary approval. We just need 10 more to come in. And we did just accept 10. So we just got to wait for the boat to arrive with them, I think. And we are going to need some more homes. I've almost run out of jobs as well, so we'll need maybe another couple of farms. Blight has ended now, so we should be able to get our resources back. And that's really unfortunate that early on, isn't it? I think I'll queue up my research ready for when we can get them as well. So we'll take the paper mill changes. Actually, we haven't got that yet. We'll grab the circus, though, and the library. This might have my revolutionaries on it, or some of them. We accepted 10. Either way, it's going to have our money to get in a few more bunk houses, so that should be fine. Let's go with... don't like that block so much. I'll get 2 more there, so we're going to have to go with it because we're getting some up in here and it's not great. We'll accept this one to build a library as well because there's another 10 revolutionary immigrants. Why not? And then we'll go maybe for 2 more plantations. So what do we want to grab? Maybe a banana plantation wouldn't be so bad. That'll have to do for now, though. I think that does help anyway. Like I say, it's extra roads. I'm going to need a house or 2 this way for the plantation, so it might be sensible to move these over when we've got more. Just looking at, we've got some really good resources over here for these, so hopefully being able to fulfill some more trade routes is not a bad idea. We should be able to finish these. Yeah, meat's almost done. Logs will get done as well. I think it just got to come over from here, so Teamsters offices are pretty far away. And there it is. We completed one. Good. I can open another. So planks, hides, or iron. Let's go with those. There isn't any. We'll do a small coconut one then. And should we look to get our library in? There it is. Job quality is pretty good on this. And this is quite a nice building. So let's put it pretty central. Maybe for now we'll go there. And we'll get that one finished off. We can grab that revolutionary immigrants. And this one, once it's got it, will be good. And we'll change that afterwards, but the main thing is it means we can start research because we'll generate some knowledge once the jobs come in. We'll grab church fee and what's advanced boats and cargo ships. Increase the upkeep of Teamster ports and docks by 50%, but boats, freighters, tourist ships and cargo ships are faster, so we'll grab that one in. But the main one, church fee, is going to be good because it's a little bit of an earner for when we get the church in. I actually want to get 1 more plantation. I still don't know what to get here. I do want to get into cigars quite early on because they are a good money maker. I'd be tempted to try and get one in. So let's change to tobacco a second, see where it would work. It would be quite sensible to get cotton here then and kind of plan for maybe early textiles. Not a bad idea. Let's do that. The one thing we've got to be careful of is the jobs. So we've got 1 more in. We do not want unemployed to be coming in too much, so we need to make sure we've got them going. Just wondering whether we get the grocery store in now. It does help with happiness, doesn't it? So I think I might get this in opposite the library for now. So we've got a bit of a central town. These will obviously move. I think all houses will come out of this bit. I'm going to have 1 main centralised housing area, and it will look a bit weird with a mixture to start. But the plan will be to have bus stops then from there that bring them over to the main bit. Build residential buildings. We can accept that one. But yeah, the idea will be a bit of an area. This is farm, so I will have to move all this stuff out. But we just come into the services. The bus is World Wars, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. The only other thing I'd want to do is another Teamster's office. The more of these you have, the better, if I'm honest. I think they serve you really well. So we will get one in. And we'll just connect around there. So I've got room for a fourth one. And there we go. Build plantations times 2. We'll take the 2 grand. Oh, I just missed another one, didn't I? What did they say? Here we go. Revelation. Complete the loot raid. Yep, we can do that. We're already about to do that one. So if we come into our raids here, we're doing it right now. Got this one, then it'll be... Yeah, we're looting bananas, hides, and iron. Lovely. So yeah, I think a road through there is good. And then I could probably get some houses along this bit. Maybe start with 1 or 2. And that should get rid of these guys. And it looks like our library research has completed. So we could go support public services, which makes schools better, or admit 15 liberty. So that might be something we do later on. And we're completing these trade routes like you wouldn't believe. Look at this. This is crazy. We've only got 1 trade route on right now of logs, which we need to get out. So I think we're just going to open ours. Actually, the easiest thing would be to look here and see what's in, but there isn't anything there. So let's check our almanac for the resources then. The logs, for some reason, it's because they're being processed into planks, isn't it? Not doing anything storage-wise for those. Iron. They're iron. There's iron for the pirates, the smugglers. I think for now we can go tobacco. I will maybe do that iron then. Just because we've got it coming in, we may as well use it. I will say is these planks are almost too... oh, that's coconut. Increase job quality by 5, increase efficiency by 15%. Coconut cutter. The planks are almost too good. Alright, mandate is running out. You will be replaced as governor of Tropico Colony when your mandate time runs out. We got 1 year, 6 months to get 2 more revolutionaries in, which is fine. I think I'm going to unlock... Now, do I want the toy workshop? I don't really know. I'm trying to think what's nice and simple. Might save myself for the World Wars, if I'm honest. I'm going to issue the reforestation thingy. I'll also issue the no free lunch one as well. So citizens need to pay $1 whenever they take food from production or industry building, which will help us get more money from these as well. Keep that going. We want to level that up too. And capitalists like it, so we can maybe focus on those. So it needs to be 60% of the population that are revolutionists. We can make this quite easy by killing off some royalists. So if we kill off a couple of these, it'll give us the 60%. Costs quite a bit of money, but that should take them down a bit. We're on 58%. And there it is. We've got 10 revolutionaries in here. That should give us what we need. We've gone down to 57% after killing the other ones, but we are getting some in. So I think we're now going on treasure hunt, which is good. And we've got that on continual. That's what the little arrow is. So that should be fine. Oh, look at this money we're bringing in right now. This is fantastic. And we've done it. So we can pay 15,000 to pay for independence. I'm going to do it because I don't have any war stuff at all. So I'm going to pay it. I do want to keep my head. So you can have the money and we can move into the next era. Here comes World Wars. And I think I'm okay with this. We are going to, though, I'm going to allow all citizens to vote. And I'm going to be a pacifist state for our first term. And if we look, we are going to be okay. So we've got our roads in. We've now got to slow it down because we have money. But we're going to keep our production going. And with this comes quite a lot of stuff. And first thing is going to be to look at the edicts. So if we look here, there's a couple of things I want. The construction cost of industrial buildings, when I have a big chunk of money, we will do this. And it has a cooldown. But we want right to arms, which is a research, right? So we're going to come on in. We're going to get the... right to arms coming in, and then we're going to start unlocking some of these. So we've got the different states for each. Newspaper being one, because we can win and get some propaganda going. And then we're going to go in, whilst we've got the money, straight into industry and have a little look at what we want to go for. And I think one of the first ones is going to be cigar factory. We don't have the money to build it just yet because we need 13,500, but that is okay. We'll let the money build back up. And we have a couple of tobacco farms, remember. So if we look in our almanac and our resources, we'll just check the buildings list to be fair. So if I open the plantations, look, we have the tobacco one here that isn't really doing too much. And I could always get another tobacco one. And we could really make that something we sell a lot of. So let's go there. Let's see where we can kind of get this. We could monoculture one this way. I feel like that's probably quite sensible anyway. So I might get 2 tobaccos here. And our industry is going to be that. I will just connect those in like that for now. And then we're going to need a couple of houses this way when we've got them. And we'll get bunkhouses towards this section here. You know what? Sticking to our grid theme, let's just go in there too. So they've got a bit of maneuverability. We've also got the broker here, so we can say hello to him, which is good. And during the World Wars, we're obviously going to need to talk, decide against the Allies or Axis. All right, we're only doing iron, so it's probably about time we got something else in. I think meat might be sensible there with the Allies, but that's okay. And we'll probably do something else with these guys. Sugar? No, let's go planks, because we have so many of them. Right, no free lunch has reached level 1, and our church fee has now come in. With this little bit of money that's just come, I do need to unlock the flop house, to be honest. So I'm going to do that, and we're going to get one in... is that well off or better, actually? Let me look. Must be at least poor. So we'll get flop house in there. That should cover the area for this. So the farms will have their houses just fine there. And I think I'll invest in the buses at some point, but I think for now we'll just keep putting the houses where we need to. And look at all this coming into storage. We're going to make big money when the next one comes, and here it is. Does that happen to be... But look at that, a trade complete banana one. What did we just complete? It's the iron one. But you wouldn't mind a banana one coming in. There's no banana export. Fulfill export trade route with the Axes. I will accept that, no problem. But yeah, like I say, we should be pretty good. We've got our tobacco plantations now, and we need to get our cigar factories. And I need to pick an alliance with someone at some point. Not right now. It's all about cigar factories at the moment. Where do we want to make use of this? I think in this open space is probably for the best right now. And I'm going to get the Teamsters office upgrades in. So they've all got the second shift in, which is a lot of jobs, by the way, that adds. So let's look at our edicts that we've got. So I think we got our church fee, didn't we? Let's issue that edict. And that does mean we can then go into services and get a church when we've got the money. I'll also grab the clinic, actually. But it is just waiting once again. And religious demand is to build a chapel. I mean, that we can do. That was pretty cheap, right? Chapel is very cheap, so we can get one of those in. These trade routes are insane that we're completing, by the way. Like, we've got good stuff coming. Got quite a few exports. There's shellfish there. We are collecting some slowly, so we may as well. We don't have enough licenses or money to do that. So let's look at what we want to do next. I know I need a church. I need to do a chapel to appease these guys. So we'll start with maybe getting one of these in. And honestly, I'm not adverse to getting a chapel in this side. Let's make sure it's the right way, though. And we will get the chapel in right there. And then after that, we can get... There's quite a few things we're going to need, isn't there? I do want to unlock the church, but I want to get a clinic in. So we're going to need to keep these guys at least healthy, aren't we? So we'll stick a clinic on this side. Yeah, let's do it there. I'm going to re-centralize all the housing very soon. Well, let's see, what else do we want to grab here? So I've got the boat stuff coming in. I think I'll grab the clinic upgrades and the newspaper ones. They're done, aren't they? So we're good. Radio station, obviously we'll get into that at some point. Is there any more we want from this side? Paper mill work modes. Paper is something really easy we could do. Thing is, I need to check my almanac to make sure that we've got good stuff. So logs into paper. We are storing a tiny amount. I think cigars then. We just need to wait, don't we? They're going to get their goods in soon. And there's our chapel. I will say +5 to religious standing. I think we're okay on money. Although, no, I'm not. I'm going to take the money. The reason I'm going to take the money is, if I look here, we've got nearly 50% supported, only 2% of the opposition. And as we're building the chapel, they'll like us anyway, right? And then I think one of the next ones we're going to need to do is some kind of embassy. So let's get the 2 embassies going. And honestly, I think I will put the embassies over by our thingy for now. We'll start with 1. Actually, you know what? No, we don't want to buy each other, but we'll have 1 by each. Let's get the other one over by the Pirate Cove. Because we're making good money, why not? And then we can demand money from them as we complete trades, which we are doing. Because if I come into politics like they're both... Well, Axie's not great, but I can ask for financial aid off the allies, and they will give it us. I think I'm going to unlock the restaurant now, and a restaurant needs a slot. So I think for now we'll have it opposite the library. Again, subject to change, but we want to look after our well-off or better citizens, and that's what that one can do. And already building pretty quickly, isn't it? Well, we want a hides trade. We need to get some better production here, though. Paper wouldn't be a bad shout if we move into that too. Also a shellfish one, but I think we've already got one. No, we haven't. It was the trade license, wasn't it? So how close are we to these then? Tobacco's coming in. Meat's about to finish. Iron's going to take some time, and so is the fish. Maybe a second fish yard. Yeah, you know what? Second Fisherman's Wharf makes absolute sense. And we can get it right there. I'll need one more house probably to cover these guys. You know what? Let's go into a flop house. Alright, so our edicts I've just seen. Church fees level 1, no free lunch now is citizens. Sorry, I gotta keep that. Citizens need to pay $3 whenever they take food from a production or industry building. So it increases capitalist standing by 10. Church fee also increased capitalist standing by 5, which gives us a fee of 2. So that's going to be 3 as well when they get in there. And let's issue the reforestation one again. It has a 2-year cooldown, remember, so we want to hit that whenever we can. And is there anything in here we want to do? That's communist stuff. Bells to bullets is militarist. Not something we need. Tropico papers. Tropican citizens at filthy rich wealth don't pay any rent. Instead, 15% of what they pay in rent goes to your personal Swiss bank account every month. That's so naughty, isn't it? Not something we want to do, though. Right, we're going to put the Allies' superpower over this way. We can request alliance, remember, with them too. And then this one we're going to put as Axes. And I think you can ask for financial aid when it's over 71. So I'm going to praise them for 5k, and then I'm going to ask for 20k. Takes them down below that, but that's fine. And then these guys, I can also ask for financial aid. So we've got a good chunk of money to push another industry here. So let's decide what we want to do. Honestly think the shipyard's not bad because we've got quite a bit coming in from there. Cannery and creamery don't seem that good. Paper mill is good. Just looking at job quality though, shipyard is better. So let's go with shipyard. Now this one is to produce boats, I believe. So I kind of want to squeeze it as close as possible. Yep, let's go there. And they should be able to move maybe a second flop house in this section would cover this as we get more industry in. And that's not all we need to do. So if we look over our plantations here, we've got 3 tobacco, 1 cotton. So that cotton one, we could go textile too. It emits pollution, so we'll want to move this away, but that's not a bad idea. I think I might put it this side. I think that's good. And then if we need to move that, we can. We'll get a road through the middle. Okay, we're going to have to pick one here then. So religious standing or capitalist standing. I think I'm going to have to go build prison. So that's going to be government and finance. It enables you to add the police to arrest people and keep them in custody. We will unlock it, but we can't afford it yet. So we got 1 trade free now. There's a cloth one here. Let's do that because we're building the cloth place right now, aren't we? Textile mill, so I think that's sensible. Obviously, let's just soak it all in. We've got the boat maker coming in as well, which is another one, but already building up pretty well. I think a 4th Teamster's office at some point is going to be good, but I'm seeing stuff selling pretty well, so we're keeping money rolling just fine. The place looks good. I'm very, very happy with it right now. You kind of want to spend the 10 grand on another trade license, because once we get those boats in, they are worth pretty good money. I'm going to buy it. It's going to put us into the minus, but I'm going to do it. And I'm hoping there's boats, but there isn't actually. That sucks a little bit. You can sign the bananas contract though. And I'm just naturally thinking, to be fair, the farms here are going to end up going across here, I think. And then the more industry-focused stuff is going to be this side for pollution. And then houses might naturally make its way here. We can move wood stuff wherever we like, to be honest. So I think that might be the play. The religious demand is to have a customs office. This is pretty good. Okay, customs office. Let me take a look then. Increase export prices. Ooh, very nice. That's pretty good, isn't it? We'll just need a bit of cash for that then. Ooh, look at that. Raid complete. Treasure hunt blueprint for botanical garden. Where's the botanical garden then? Okay, it's not that expensive, but it helps with beauty. There it is. It's under entertainment, so it's not that much actually. So doing those is still pretty good. We did hit over 200 population. It's hovering up and down. Got plenty of homes, still got plenty of jobs. And I'm looking, we've got our first lot of rich now, and we've tipped over from poor to more well off, which is great. And just with the rich coming in, we will need to consider some apartments. And our textile mill is up and running now. I'm just having a look at what expansions it has. Some for the Cold War. This one's good once we get power. 2 extra jobs. We just got to wait for that to come in. So let's check in on happiness then. So faith is pretty low. Food's looking good. Healthcare, it's not the best. Fun. These are all stuff we can get up. Jobs and housing we can make better. Faith, I do want to get the church. Just because we can actually start to charge them for just visiting it anyway. Which, honestly, we're there, aren't we? We are there. So let's go ahead and get the church. Oh, we don't have enough funds for it. We've got to wait. All right, let's go ahead and get our church in. This is quite a nice looking building. So I think for me, it makes sense to stick it out this way. As they have a pretty good area of effect anyway. We'll stick it in right there. Because as I say, housing might end up moving this way. And we'll strip out what these roads look like and stuff too. Now look at this support, 62% and only 2% at the opposition. We have more capitalists coming in. Religious are going to like it because we're building stuff for them. And I said prison, didn't I? Which we need 12k for, so I need to stop spending. All we need is 2k in the plus, because you go down to minus 10 with a purchase. This one here should work, though. We've got plenty of stuff in to sell. There we go. Right, prison. This is not really something we want. Maybe over here. I do want to fill that with farms still, though. So let's just get the prison over by... Yeah, over this way is good, I think. And it looks like our research of rights to arms has now finished too. Not enough money. It costs 2,500 to enable. Increases liberty by 15. Does decrease crime safety. But decrease military standing. Increase industrial standing by 7 and capitalist standing by 7, so we get 14 instead. And because we've got more capitalists and well, it did reduce militarists, didn't it? But because we've got more on this side, that is the right thing to do, I think. We don't have industrialists yet, but there's our prison. So I'm going to go for the capitalist standing, I think, for now. And then I'm just going to see, are they just not fishing it? Is it completely run out? We don't have anyone working at them, actually. We've got 1 worker in each. We're going to have to start educating our citizens at some point too, so let's have a look. We're going to need a high school. I don't quite have everything we need to get that one in, but I will unlock it. It looks like we've researched our newspaper stuff too. Is there any upgrades we can do on these? I need to make sure we have it. Increase service quality by 10, but requires power. No, it's Cold War. What about the church? Decreases visiting time. That's probably a really good one. I've got a fire as well. Oh no. Right, where's my fire station? I don't know if I can get this in. I can't. We've got to wait to pay for it. Should get one of those in, actually. Okay, got enough for the fire station. Let's squeeze it right in there because it's pretty central. Does that reach the farms if I go that way? Yeah, there's good. We've got our fishing boats back up and running, so we've got the workers in. So we can hopefully start getting that smashing out. Because we need the shellfish too. Alright, it's time for another trade. What do we want to grab? I think I'm going to declare an alliance with the allies here. Building destroyed tavern. So we'll get that rebuilt. I think that was from the fire, wasn't it? Yep, get that redone. I think I'll request an alliance with this superpower as we're at the top with them.
Presidente.
So finish sabotage on axes and have a commando garrison. Okay. Haven't quite got the money for it yet, but commando garrison is 4th, so 12,000 total. I think I officially have enough, so let's go for the commando garrison itself. Very tempted just to bonk this next to their embassy. But if I'm honest, I'm going to put it this side. I know that seems a little bit silly because our axes one is there, but... Oh god, fungal infestation. 10 to 25% of plantation goods, logs, coconuts stored in warehouses destroyed each month. Lovely. And then increase the education rate from 15% to 20%. Now, that is something we might be able to do, but honestly, I've got to be careful because we're unlocking stuff, not kind of moving forward. But we can get the high school. We've got it unlocked already. And I think I'll get it by the church this side. That makes a lot of sense to me. Okay, so I will deliver an amazing speech for my first one. So what issue shall we acknowledge? I'm going to acknowledge the fun happiness. I'm going to praise the capitalists because they are the most by quite a considerable amount. We're not going to blame... should we blame the Axes? Let's blame no one. And then in terms of improvements, we will say... I'm going to praise fun happiness. We'll always acknowledge it and then praise it as well because we are going to get some of those nice buildings in.
My Tropicans, my people, my children. Your prosperity is my honor. Your solidarity is my faith. And I gracefully accept your love. You are my Tropico. My people, are you bored? Let Presidente entertain you. Oh, is nothing fun anymore? Let Presidente be all the fun you need. You don't enjoy life? Let Presidente enjoy it for you. Our ongoing prosperity is supported by the capitalists. With thanks. We're grateful for the many fulfilling jobs you create for my people. And your progressive attitudes towards taxation. I have heard it said that Tropico is no fun. Well, soon it will be twice as entertaining as it ever was, and half as boring too. That's 4 times the amusement for everyone. My promises are made humbly, for I am Tropico. Remember, a vote for El Presidente is a vote for me.
Well, I'm fairly certain that did really well. We are on 69%. Look at that, 70% in support, only 7% in the opposition. We are flying with people. So good. So we've got their happiness up just well. We'll keep looking after those guys. Education, though, yeah, this has kind of gone down. I'm going to raise the money probably to the max on education. But that's pretty much it. Does look like we managed to finish quite a few of our trade routes. So what have we got? We've got 2 spare at the moment with licenses. Let's double check what we have knocking about that will be the easiest then. Planks, of course. We have so many planks. And there doesn't seem to be any. Wow, that's a huge hides one. I don't think I'm ready for that at all. We'll do the iron. So tempted to get into the paper mill here, but there's a pineapples here too. Let's do pineapples. An election, we've got 70% on us. It's looking good, so we're fine there. Produce coal, that I can do. You know what? I neglect mines a bit too much, actually. They're really good, aren't they? Let's have a look at what's knocking about. So that iron deposit has so much anyway. This wouldn't be a bad shout for the nickel. Because we'll need nickel in the modern times. There's actually gold, though, over here, so we could go into jewellery. I think nickel's used for the weapons, isn't it? And I've actually built on top of this. Let's move this. I'm going to put a mine just here. That's another lot of iron. I think that's good. And I'm also going to unlock... Right, coal is over that way. I think we need it. So I'm going to get that in too. And what we'll do is just get in one basic house this way. And for the, yeah, like I said, for these guys, we'll probably just get a bunkhouse or 2 because they like to be by their workplaces. So we'll just do that. That should cover these jobs. That is going to be a lot of teams to travel that they're going to have to do from there, but that's okay. And we've just unlocked the blueprint for the radio station from a treasure hunt 2. So let's go for some transport. Bus garage is pretty cheap anyway. These don't really need to be anywhere too special. I just need them kind of somewhere for now. I think we'll just utilize here. I am going to quick build it because I want to get this going. So starting bus stop. So if we're going to house then, we're going to have the bus stop itself start here. Ending bus stop can be here. This should run pretty well. So then I can start to move houses from this side over because the bus will take them, right? So I can start getting all that kind of tidied up because we've got good money to work with. There we go. So houses moved to this section where the church is. So these look weird until you actually zoom in, and then they do actually start to look like what you'd see on like a street. Do you know what I mean? So I think that should be good. And what that does then mean is we should be able to make money from the buses. And then a second one will be down to this section when we've got the workforce needed for this area. And you know what? I'm going to do that now, just so I can tidy it up. So we're going to get another bus garage. And this one we're going to have starting also from... Let's have it pretty central there. And the ending bus stop's going to be down by the docks. And I am going to relocate these guys over this way. Hopefully it all makes sense, guys. And we'll have a bit of order to our housing and stuff. And hopefully turn a profit on the buses. We'll see. I might not end up doing that, but I think we could probably get away with this flop house moving too. I'll try and move both and we'll see if some thingies prop up. That's some unwanted houses. But by moving them over this way, I think that's good. Right, we're going to allow them to vote freely. I don't think I need to do anything to the ballot boxes at all. And let's check in because the trades are saying there's something going on. We've got one spare, that's why. I would say let's do cigars, actually. It's a pretty small one, so let's do it. Right, I'm just going to carry on moving things around, guys, so we've got a bit more of a thingy. So let me get my bus stop up. So bus lines, as long as we've got it around these 2 points, we're good, right? So I'm hoping I can move these dairy ones. Oh, we'd lose production. I could change them. Yeah, it's not so bad here, actually. So cattle, kind of want them over here. But I can change what they are, right? Let's have a look. Let's change the resource to something better. I think goats will be... No, they're rubbish. So I think the best is going to be sheep for this area. Let's do it. And then I'll do the same for this one. I'll have wool and milk from there. We'll have to build separate ones for the meat and hides. So I might do one more, but look at that landslide. 209 for me, 55 for them. Good. Right, so we change stuff? I mean, we'll keep it... We'll go all city. Yeah, we'll keep it as that. All citizens can vote. We'll stay as pacifist. I'll try my best to not fight, to be honest. Alright, I promised on fun, didn't I? So we've got to get an average fun happiness of 49. That's absolutely fine. Let me put that one house over that way. So hopefully this gives us now good space to work with. Because we've got our bus stop and that over this way. This one is pollution, so I would like to get this one down here. And then the same for the rum distillery, which we can stick there. Wonder if I can fix that road. There we go, I can. And then construction office, I'll get in there. So if we get a second one in that bit, we are good. So we'll keep the houses pushing this way. And I think I could probably move these guys over too. So if I get the restaurant there, grocer there, so they're closer to the houses if they work in that bit. And then the clinic can stay in that bit. Yeah, that's good. So we've got it all kind of segregated and out. And we're out of research now, so let's see what we want to do. Let's make better housing. Religion and state I'll probably grab too. Is there anything else we want to get in here? I don't think so. I do need to build a circus as well, though. So as far as entertainment's concerned, this is not a bad idea. So this has a green radius, right? So for now, we will stick it in here. It will not make much sense. But we can move it eventually over to this kind of section. We'll build around that kind of mountain. That should put our thing up pretty high. And then I need to obviously start doing the sabotage, don't I? So we're going to get rid of that one. We go commando, garrison. We're going to sabotage axes ×4. And then we'll go back on to the looting. I might start looting up coffee and gold and just doing random loots. And see, our education is dipping, so I am going to have to go into the next bit of education, which is going to be a college. And this one is costs an absolute fortune. It's huge, man. That's not a bad spot for it right there, though. Do I want it there? I feel like that's a bit much. You know what? I might go back this way, and then we'll get a bit of a road, an end point on the road, just coming up here. You know what, let's take this a bit further and road this bit in from this section. I've got to move the logging areas now for these, I think. Just to make sure they're more efficient, because we are building around this section. I could do it back there. I feel like we might want to move this. Yeah, let's move it that way. And then I'll set the logging area a bit further back. And I'm going to demolish one of the fisheries, just because they keep stopping working in there at the moment. We need them to kind of work through what they have. Looking here, we slow this number of riches going up quite considerably too. I mean, we still got quite a lot of vacant jobs. And they're all our uneducated ones. So it's slowing down this kind of stuff this way. So we've got to make sure we fill those before we do anything else. I've just completed 3 trade routes, which is pretty nuts. So we probably want to unlock some more. I'll grab a couple more. We got milk and sugar. Should be okay. The buses are working pretty well. Not so much this one with the route down to work this side, but it will do, right? So it might even be even better if we move the Teamsters offices down this way. I think that's actually going to work. So the workers for these will be good. I'll also do the same for the builders. It's a lot of waste of money on that, but I think that's good. That frees up quite a bit of room. And thank you for my 1,000 Swiss. That is fantastic. I still haven't built this customs office. Just waiting for some more money to come in. We did go a bit crazy on the moving and building. And honestly, these education buildings do cost quite a bit to get going. It should help soon. We just need to make sure that this kind of kicks in. The workers are there. Let's have a look. So, green cells. No. Is there a better... military education or religious? No, we don't want any of those. There are some upgrades, but then modern times. And there we go. We managed to get a good bump. So as soon as we get a cell, we're really good. Like our dock. Things are moving really well in here. It's accept an import trade route from any non-superpower trade partner. I don't need to. I'm just going to get rid of that one. That's fine. We're still working on through this. We've got some good money to get the customs office in now. So we are going to go ahead and unlock this baby. Now, I don't think there's an area of influence. So what I'll do is continue to build this side. Honestly, I don't know how much that's going to need worker-wise because we've already filled this. I might need a second house this way. Literally just getting the basic little houses in though. So we'll high priority that one. We'll finish off the customs office here and we'll get 5 grand for that. I don't need to worry about the standing. We're absolutely fine. Just looking at these little country houses, like from the top, they seem a bit weird. They don't really fit the city vibe, do they? But it'd be quite nice out there. The problem is they need to be well off or better, so they're not the best. Just looking through the main kind of high street, really. But our prison over here, it's quite cool. That circus doesn't look too bad there, does it? There's the customs office. We'll take the 5 grand. And I'm fairly certain they'll like us anyway for that decision, which is good. So let's take a look, because I'm not sure with the customs office. Stimulate exports. Reduce import. Base officially 1% export revenue transferred to your Swiss bank account. No, we want to stimulate exports then, because that means they're worth more, right? Let's have a look with this cash, what sort of stuff we want to do. So, just looking into their happiness here, I think healthcare needs to improve, doesn't it? It's the main one. So we come on in and we check out public services here. There isn't too much. What does a food stand do? Outdoor gym? Increase health happiness of visiting citizens. Only visited by people when walking nearby with health happiness lower than 60. That's a good one. So we'll probably get an outdoor gym. Or it does healthcare coverage. I might stick it next to this then. That'll do. Hope I've done that right. But this thing is pretty cool. It's like a park, really. It's kind of nice there. So that should improve the overall happiness via healthcare. I might need to get a second clinic in. And we'll get it to the side here. That should be fine. I can't lie. I'm pretty tempted to get another farm in over this way. I don't know what to get though. Whichever's got best fertility in this middle bit. So corn's not so bad. Banana's not great. It may end up being... No, see, tobacco isn't that great there either. Yeah, corn might not be a bad idea. Let's get a corn plantation in there then. So just looking over some of the overlays, and I see I'm exclusively going to move tobacco, I think, somewhere else, because at the moment it's not that great. So fertility isn't the best. If we just look, we've got them over this way, and they're really not going to be producing that much. So what we want to probably do is move our industries to where they are better. I know that they are multi-cultured, so we could still have a mix, but I am thinking about setting up the road to come out this way. So I'm just going to come back into my overlays. We're going to go tobacco, and I think along here makes a lot of sense, right? And then the workers are pretty close by. let's start it. What we want is probably whatever's going to be the most efficient. I'll have to move whatever that is out. Go right there. So there won't be any roads for a moment. I'm just going to pause up a second whilst I get this going. Let's see if we can also move the corn over for the multi. We can. You know what? We got one more. Let's get this moved over. We're going to start making these industries separated out so they are a lot more efficient. What's this? Coconut harvester. So we probably want to move this to... Pretty sure we can get it up this way. We can. And then a little road going up to that coconut harvester there. Kind of changed everything here, haven't I? But we do want to move them over. I'm now thinking we've got better opportunity to make these much more efficient out this way. So if we get these kind of moved, now thinking we get the corn this way too, and we can pretty much have it maximized there. Look. And then we get manure spreader in this one. And cigar factories actually is still pretty close. So I think if we move this Teamster's office out, and then I can get a little road through this bit, although it's still relatively efficient. I think we go like this. And then cigar factory is... Oh man, if I could move this in here, that would be amazing. I could potentially get it there and change the road. Yeah, look at this. Cigar factory in here, then I can get a road around the back. Although the road doesn't necessarily need to go around the back, right? I do need it for this plantation though, so let's get the road through here then. Cool, and then I should be able to get manure spreader through this bit. Look at this, we get the Teamsters in there. I think I've got room for another factory should we need it here. So we've got those guys ready there, that's good. There's no point in this flop house. I probably need to get this one relocated. And then I'm going to kind of get all of them upgraded for the basic things. Decrease the upkeep of nearby ranches and factories. So we'll have to get that going. And build a high school. Oh, we already did one. Okay, I will do it, I guess. So yeah, we've basically set up our tobacco kind of setup. What I'm going to do is turn up the maximum on all of them. So farms are now going to start to have maxed out money going into them. We're going to really ramp up everything that we can. Up next, we'll want to probably do something a bit later. I probably want to set up my cattle, and then we can set where we're going to have the creamery, right? So let's bring a road through this section. I'm going to start getting a bit more organized, and then we'll really see where these can go, and we'll change back. So we've got sheep, seems like over here. And then we can really change this into a bit more of a dense area, can't we? Because the farming wasn't that great over there. So let's get sheep this way. Let's see if there's any upgrades. So sheep conveyor line, there is. Let's get that one in for all of those. I also need the manure spreader. So just try and get this in a much better place, really. And I think I might put it right in this bit. Then we can slowly move these houses over a bit more anyway, because I've got the bus stops all kind of wrong. So I could probably get rid of one of these for a moment. If we set a starting bus stop, then we can get them to use it anyway if they don't like walking. Maybe out this way, to be fair. So if we start putting the industry through this bit, let's go maybe on this corner. And then cattle, honestly, pretty good over this way too. So is that what we do? I think we do. We try and keep them all together. Have a row of them going this way. And then the next cattle, kind of want to bring around the back where it's green. We have a task though. Produce rubber. I'll accept it, but we're not going to be doing that just yet. I really want to just get organized throughout. Just redoing some of the roads. So we're opening this bit out now, which is nice. And then I'll figure out what I want to do with it. But I think there might be some good opportunity. So these are pretty much full. We're going to need one more house if we want to keep these farms over this way anyway. So I need to figure out how I'm going to do this. But I think I'm happy with letting this kind of ride its way out. What I need to do is make sure jobs are good. They are. And homes are pretty good for now. So we'll just let that kind of do its thing. We're still early in, so I need to get more fun things going once I've got a bit more cash again. So I'm going to look over here which is best. I think for the most part, we go really heavy into sheep on this section. So we're going to make all 4 sheep. So this will be a wool and milk trade.
I sometimes wonder about
and we'll accept to build a fire station. That's no problem. And then we'll go sheep once again in this one, and then I'm thinking maybe a creamery around this kind of guy. So if we get industry, we can grab this. We're going to need to wait for lots of jobs to come in, but if I get a creamery in there, I can get one more cattle ranch doing this. This might be way too many, but we want extra, right? So it doesn't matter if we sell. So we want sheep in this one as well. And then we're going to need another Teamster's office, if I'm honest. There's quite a lot going on, so we'll just wait for some money. But that's a lot of build to do there. And I think that does mean if we just look, the sheep themselves, right, they do wool. So we're going to need our textiles to also move over. So if I get textiles kind of in here, and then I've decided I'll shift the houses more towards this bit as we get better housing. I'm just keeping an eye on where homeless comes up to stick some more houses in, like this mine, for example. I do need to sort that. And I'm going to get rid of that house right there. So I've got a bus stop set up to come down here now, because this will become a bit more of an industry thing. So if we look at this one, we're pulling coal, right? We're going to need this for power. So another mine on top of that would also be good. We're about to make a bunch of cash again, so we just got to let it come through. All right, let's get some of these done then. So they want a high school and a fire station. I think fire station's not a bad thing anyway, so we'll get that one in, because we do need them. I've got one over this way, so let's probably get one down this side. Maybe here for now. And they want it's kind of frustrating they want another high school, I can't lie, but I think it's not the end of the world. So if we just get one in here for now. There is two, but just ignore it. Just want to satisfy them for now. So we finished the research of religion and state just now. Oh, I want to issue the Edict of Right to Arms too, because this will increase certain standings, which is good. And let's get increase the upkeep of Teamsters ports, tourist ports and docks by 50%, but cargo ships are 5% faster. Let's issue that edict. Let's give that a go so it's a bit quicker. Then we need to come in. So what does this do? It allows you to change the role of religion in the Tropican society and government. So that is when we change our politics, right? And there we go. Set diplomatic state of allies to alliance. We are now allies. Fulfill trade routes with allies. Yes. Okay, the Axis want me to... Okay, I'm going to break it because we don't want to do the Axis now. We're with the allies, so that's where we're at. So we need to fulfill some trade routes with them. So we want to go with the allies. Like I said, we've got our boats that we could probably do, so we'll sign a contract for that. And it looks like our raids are no good, so we're going to go for treasure hunt continually. And what research do we want to do? That is the question. Let's unlock some of these random ones because we're going to need them at some point anyway. There's quite a lot of researchers we're going to need. So, okay, so we've got a little bit of money in our Swiss bank account. Let's grab the Busker blueprint because I think entertainment, the Busker can at least try and bring us in some money. So if we get these like kind of, get one there, we'll just have these kind of basic. Get one over by the houses here as well. You got a chance, small chance of earning some money. So it costs us 5. Hopefully we can have it, but we can turn them into pickpockets for us too. I'm not going to do that. We'll just get a couple in because it does increase fun happiness a little bit, which we need to sort, to be fair. Entertainment is not looking good. Maybe a botanical garden when we can get it is not a bad idea then. Let's have a look. We do keep getting money in, so it is probably for the best that we get something going. We have it unlocked, so let's get the botanical garden in. I think this thing's really nice, so we want to pick a really good spot for this, and ideally this will probably move, but for now we'll just stick it here for the fun coverage. I will quick build it because we're pushing for luck on the fun happiness, but we can have a look at it. It's quite nice, isn't it? Little hedges. Yeah, it's good. And there's my fire station. Will take the money because the religious standing will go up anyway. And look, a fire is raging, and it's the one spot we don't have a fire station. There is something you can do on these. You can upgrade to have fire helicopters in the Cold War, so that will help. But yeah, we need to get this textiles mill moved over, like I said. So let's also get this near these guys. And then maybe a second Teamster's office in there, because that's going to be quite expensive, isn't it? And these are jobs that we need to get going. And if we look, we have still got houses. Actually, we're hovering pretty well. If we just check our happiness here, let's see. Food's good. Most things are okay. I just need to improve housing. Maybe that's something we also look at. So residential-wise, we probably want to grab the apartments, because I think a lot of our people are well off. Yeah, they are. So getting some apartments in is a good idea too. And they are money makers, so maybe I'll replace some of those with apartments. Yeah, let's do it. So we'll get first lot in by these botanical gardens then. I think I can get 2 in there. And what I'm thinking is we just double check the bus stops. So that one goes further down that way. if we're going to bring the houses over, we'll have to move them. And then the second one is from there to there, which is pretty pointless. So let's start the bus stop over this way. If we start to move houses around the botanical, and we can have the ending kind of out here. So it's not stupidly far, but it's enough to potentially make us some money. Got nothing to worry about though. Money always ticks straight back up. We're good on happiness too. And we probably want to look at producing that rubber at some point. Allies are happy, Axes are not, but that's okay. And let's look at the broker.
Look good to you?
I don't think there's anything we want really. Just got to produce that rubber so we can earn those as we see fit. If we come back into happiness then, it is housing. We're working on housing, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem. The apartments are coming in. And then I'm going to slowly move some of these houses across and get rid of them. But we've got to make sure we have enough, right? So once that one comes in, we will be good. Where do we want to demolish? Let's get rid of you. And it looks like we've unlocked the police station changes too, which is good. Just looking here, we've got to be careful, man, that we don't go too far in. So let's see. Well off or better with the theatre could be pretty good. So we'll grab that in too. I think, so let's figure this out. This is going to go. We want like a main strip to come through this side. So if we go for the theatre right next to the restaurant, that's a good idea, isn't it? And then this guy, going to see if we can move somewhere better, because it's not actually the best place for it anyway. Oh, that would have been so good if we come up this way, because then we'd get this. Oh, this isn't bad. I can sacrifice that, right? Because this is cotton anyway. And our textile stuff is this way. Yeah, because that then goes in with these guys, with the wall, doesn't it? Another church.
I suspect that it could take
All
a
right.
rather...
I'm going to accept that. It's kind of frustrating because we don't need it, but we do make money from the church, so it's not the end of the world. There's our other one. Let's put one there. And for now, we just stick one there, then. We'll get that one in, just to get there standing up. And we'll take the money, because they're going to be happy either way. So, happiness-wise, food, healthcare, fun, faith, all bad. Not great. I mean, fun will go up once the theatre has someone working in it. Jobs are not so bad. Housing will continue to improve as I swap out for bits. I think based on this layout, it's going to be sensible to assume that a road around the back is good. And we'll have main strip of stuff this way. So we've got the grocery there. I kind of want to go paper mill. Let's go into our resource overview though for a second. Let's filter it by highest first. So planks. We really should be using what we're processing into planks. We're making ships mostly though. What about wool? Textile mill's good. That textile mill's so efficient. That is crazy. So we're storing a little bit of logs, aren't we? And we're storing a little bit of cheese. There's not really much we can do with that one. Coconuts we can. So I see coconuts being stored. So we'll do paper mill. And the paper mill, where is our coconut stuff? We put it up there, didn't we? So realistically, we can have the paper mill kind of thinking up here. Because that will, and we'll set that to be done with coconuts. This game can spiral out of control pretty quickly if you're not careful. But look, we have a lot of well-off, so we do want to transition into more apartments for sure. And they're definitely worth a lot more. So if we change to just flop house and apartments, that's going to be industry. So we're going to want some more. I do want to move this out. Let's get 2 more this side. And I'm honestly going to continue to demolish out some of the other houses. And then what else do we want to get in? The bank isn't a bad idea, is it? Generates interest on your treasury. It's immigration office, police station, all of it is needed. Or some of our well-offs, we could start getting a couple of houses into. I need to pick an area for it though. And also our flop houses. So how do we change this? Do we get flop houses in this row here? I think we do. The 2 churches is very silly, but I am thinking 3 in there. And then we demolish out some of these guys. That should at least move some of the people out of these into the next ones. So let's have a little look as well, because it's quite easy. Oh god. Allow the citizens to vote freely. Yeah, you do forget to have a proper look. Now ignore the 2 churches. The circus is definitely not staying there. But I think that should be okay to start building around this through the middle. And then we'll build like a nice park somewhere or something. We want 18% educated too, so I probably want to pause one of the high schools soon. I think I might pause it now and just leave it there. Oh, there you go. Capitalists want us to build a bank anyway, and I think we can already afford it then. So let's just unlock that and build it. And now this matters. So where do we want to get this? Do I want it to the side? Do we want it in its own section? I think over this way would be super cool, actually. So let's imagine these farms are going to disappear. The library is there. Let's plonk it in here for now. A bank next to the manure spreader. It's so silly, isn't it? Let's move you over. And we'll just readjust all of this. And there's the thingy election. I mean, 71. Yeah, we won. That's the main thing, right? So we're now into some new ones. We did get religion and state, so we're pretty good. We can allow. Ooh, look at this. Allows the efficiency and education of research buildings if we go atheist state. Disables religious buildings. Citizens are less likely to orient their political views towards the religion faction. Okay, theocracy. Religious buildings emit crime safety like police stations. Employees of religious buildings arrest criminals. Well, that's a bit dangerous. Decrease global liberty and the overall tourism rating. Increase religion faction standing. Freedom. The government of Tropico shall make no laws respecting established religion, of prohibiting free exercising thereof. I'm going to go freedom of religion first because it does concern me a little bit. And then voting rights, we'll go back to all citizens. I will stay passive for now, though. This time we probably look to get these plantations moved out. So this one's banana. They're really starting to look pretty good over here. So if I was to start utilizing this section then, so we'll get banana that way. What else have we got? Coffee. Yeah, we can't not do it, right? If we assume the road through the middle, then let's do the road first. And then we get this coffee moved over. We can have these gaps for like teamsters and factories and that sort of thing. And then sugar. Sugar's required anyway. Yeah, this is just too good a farmland to do anywhere else, right? If we get double sugar this side. And then that makes our buses worthwhile if we connect this up to... oh, there we go. I was going to say I got no money, but that didn't take long. I'll accept this one. Have commando garrison. We've got that already. And then sabotage axes. We can do that. So we're going to connect this one into there. And I'd be tempted to move this bus stop maybe more central, but that's fine for now. One thing I wasn't factoring in is if we change these stuff. Butter churning, we want job quality to go up for that. We need to check all factories really to start doing this. 2 job positions. Increase efficiency by 10% but requires 50 milliwatts of power. We also need that. So let's now utilize the bus stop a little bit better. So we've got one going down that way. We have another one going to there. So we could probably push this one down to this area, right? So if we just come in the middle. And let's move the college over to this section. Obviously, iron mine does not make any sense here at all. And with us putting the job quality up quite high, we're good. I've also got some rich people coming in, so well off or better in the houses. There's also rich or better for the mansions. I don't know where realistically we'd put them, but we do need to start by moving this manure spreader over at least. Does that cover all of them? It does. So if we go in there, we are good. And there's our bank. Nice. We'll take the cash because I think we are good anyway. And here it is. So I think I'll move that in one. We'll move this over. We'll have that bank in its own section. Maybe a library next to here. And then this bank in there. And then we can decorate with a park. Oh, it's still not equal, so I'm going to have to do this, guys. There we go. We'll have it in its own section so I can actually decorate around it. Right, there we go. There's the bank so far. I think that looks kind of nice. I'll slowly start to do these for the key buildings, I think, just to make things look a little bit better. And I think with that in mind, I think more industry and better buildings will need to go around this. I think this is cool. We could obviously decorate our college as well. And during all of that, we have a fire happening on some shanties so they can go. And what do we have here? 5 to 40% of key consumer goods and food goods stored in warehouses are stolen each month. I think that kind of indicates what we need to go into then, doesn't it? Yeah, we're going to need a police station of some kind. Hopefully we've got enough. We do. So this should help. I feel like police station and bank could be pretty good next to each other. So let's get it over there. Let's really make sure our bus stops now are being utilized. So I've been checking to see how many passengers are happening. So this one starts from pretty central, goes down there. So if I set the starting bus stop more this way now, and the ending one kind of on the corner, maybe this side, because this actually we'd be better off just having a small house this side. for these guys. There's no point not doing that, I think. I'm just going to move the circus out and start doing this a bit better. So, church, let's plonk that next to these apartments. Let's also start getting in the better housing now, whilst we've got the money, right? I'm going to go for another apartment the other side of the church. I'm going to demolish a couple more houses out, so keep moving these. Get one more flop house in there. So we've got this bit kind of, it's pretty dense, but that's okay. I actually want to get rid of the country houses too. They do not fit for what we're trying to do. Let's get rid of all of those. This might temporarily cause some homelessness, but that's okay. We've got enough houses in to deal with that. Get 2 more apartments in there. So we're going to exclusively stick with the old flop houses and the other bits to start. So we've got good housing. And they make us more money. That took us right down, but we're still okay, I think. Most people are poor, well off, and rich. So rich ones, we do want to set up a housing area. And I think this top area is looking good for mansions. So how many do we get? 2 households. I think we start by the banks with 2 of those. You know what? I'm going to get 4. We do a block of mansions at the top, so anyone housed for those is good. I think we need to probably predict where we want our iron instead. So if we were to relocate, where could we put that? I think we honestly get second one on this. I reckon on there might work. So if we get the embassy relocated out the way, because nobody's using this one, right? Is that better somewhere else completely? I think so. Is it okay that they're by each other? I think for now, maybe. You want us to build a clinic for the religion? You know what? Clinic, nice and easy. Let's get another one in. If you want it, you can have it. We have space for you. Maybe over this way. That rum distillery is not great there, is it? That could probably move over. I'll tell you what. Oh, that fits so well if we go along this way for rum distilleries, actually, with a road. A bit further from the port, but that's okay. We could move the port to this one. That makes a hell of a lot more sense. And I don't know if 4 Teamsters office is still enough. I see the production seems to be okay. Money's fine, so I'll keep it there for now. And then we can get another clinic in. Clinic by the park could be nice. If we come down to street level then, just on this area, it does look pretty nice. Grocery store's not ideal there, maybe that can move, but I think once the apartments come in, that'll look good. I'm thinking with these rich guys as well, we need to get the parking deck, don't we? It's pretty cheap, so job quality is pretty good. We're going to need these close enough probably to the mansions. I don't actually know if it needs to be by them, but we'll get parking deck in there too, and that should be pretty quick, cheap for a quick build. Actually not a bad looking building either. And then once the mansions are in, I think that will make it okay. Let's build a couple of these. See if the families start to move in. I think they are automatic, aren't they, when they come? We've got space now for the rest of the rich, which is good. What do these mansions actually look like? Yeah, pretty nice, aren't they? That looks good. And there's our clinic. I'm going to take the religion standing here just to get them up a bit more, because we are struggling a bit. Our capitalists are super happy, but communists not so much. We want to expel them. Right, with money then, we may as well continue on. Let's see what industry we can do. Thinking we probably process coal and iron into steel. The weapons factory produces steel from nickel and steel. That could be a good one. Or we go into something like tannery. We've got fish, toy workshop maybe. I haven't used a tannery at all. You know what, let's start turning these hides into something then. So this one, well measured, the more the better. Efficiency, no pollution. Is there any upgrades? Chrome tanning. Yep. So looking over them, plenty of houses now. Most broke are disappearing. Rich is getting more and more. Because we're upping the job quality, right? Which is great. So these bring in more money than we spend, which is nice. Work mode, upper class. Tenants need to be filthy rich. No. Can't actually check any of these. Electrification. Maybe we save for that, start getting the power ready. Definitely starting to line up much nicer though. Right, let's get back into a ranch now. So we want meat on these guys. So we want cattle. I want to pick where we can put these. And actually, you know what? We've got just the spot. I'm going to start with 2. I just want to check this parking deck here too, just to see 1 passenger. So we got 1 person in a car there. And then we'll just double check our bus stations to see how they're doing. 15 passengers, 5 passengers. So really not that many. Why are these people walking all the way to the bus station here? Oh, they live in this house, sorry. Why the hell do you live in there? I'm actually going to extend this park area once we've got some money. We've just seen we haven't, but I'm going to go into this one. The other thing is we prepare for the Cold War, right? We've got nickel this side, nickel right in the middle that we won't be using. Is there anything out this way? Okay, we got nickel on here. I could probably get 2 on this mine. There's only 240,000 though. So I'm also thinking about preparing these. I did want to get that second one on the iron, didn't I, there? So El Presidente is going to have to move. He's not good over here, is he? Let's get him out of the way again. Doesn't actually matter where he is. He doesn't like anyone, so we're going to move him this way. All these criminals we have in prison. We have 10. Hidden roles of all family members of inmates are uncovered. I'm going to get an interrogation room on the prison. And I'm going to sabotage the axes now, like it's asking for. I can accept this to produce 3,000 boats. We are making them pretty quickly, so that's not bad. Oh, here we go. Progress to the Cold War. And we finish the trade routes as well. Who won the war? Okay. So Cold War now is where it all changes. We've got lots to do here. We've got to face agendas of multiple factions. Right. So voting rights will keep as normal. Let's just double check. So all citizens vote. Armed forces will stay pacifist. We'll go freedom of religion. Then we've got 0 emissions, energy efficiency or economy first. Energy efficiency isn't bad, because then industrial upkeep is lower. We don't want to do too much pollution. Yeah, let's go energy efficiency. We'll go a courthouse is required to be able to issue citizen actions. So official separation as well. And let's confirm those changes for now. So on the production chains then we're going to get steel. And we're going to get a steel mill. So we're going to need to do that from iron. This makes perfect sense to have over this way. I'm sorry about you and your houses, guys. It's not very nice, is it? And then from that, I think we can go into a vehicle factory. What's the furniture? Planks to furniture that requires electric. I think vehicles is going to be the same, actually, isn't it? Produce steel and rubber to produce vehicles. Okay, so we need rubber, which we also need to do. So let's start looking at where's best to get rubber plantations then. And you know what? It's right next to it. This is so good. So we'll get a rubber plantation ×2 in this area. This is more than ever going to require better bus routes and things. So I'm tempted to move these in too. So they're a bit far away. Then we'll have the starting bus stop somewhere in the middle. Actually, I'll move that a bit closer to the middle there. And the ending is going to be over this way. There's quite a lot of industry coming this way now, so... And now we have multiple different trade routes. We need to set the embassy. So we're going to have Eastern Bloc in one, Western Bloc in the other. Right, in this one, you're getting onto the new kind of houses too, what we need to consider. So, the Conventillo, fair quality residential building. Tenants must be at least 4. There's a pretty, large area of housing. So we'll want to kind of unlock this, but there's a mode you can set them to, right? But we're going to focus on electricity after. I really don't know where I want to put them though. I don't really want them to start pulling into town, so I think he is good. Actually, quite adverse to moving the college this way too. Minimal maintenance, let it rot. Decay rate is increased by 2. Auto recovery. So when the housing quality drops below 30, the recovery action is executed automatically. That's good. We're going to move into some of these for dense kind of areas. And we're going to make some serious money, man. It should go up quite well as long as we can start producing what we want. So let's get back to this. Plantation of rubbers are going to work really well. We're going to change these to multiculture because we'll have another one in here. But we are going to get this going. So we're going to get bigger buckets, green waste choppers. Decreases the upkeep of nearby ranches and factories. Okay, so we've got to choose now between the capitalist ones or the thingy. So ground treatment would be for industry or golf course. I kind of want a golf course. And here we go. We're going to establish a tropical paradise for tourists. I think that's cool. It's going to take some doing, and I do see now our research is done. So I need to pick some stuff in. There's banks. Asylum. Okay, let's grab college. Customs office. Let's grab casino and cabaret. There's a lot of these that we're going to move into soon. But yeah, like I said, I need to start working on this. And we can now get our vehicle factory at least unlocked. I'm not going to be able to build it yet. It's 22k to build it, so we're going to need to save from that. Oil and plastic is a good idea. And then gold mines also being another great idea because they're worth a hell of a lot of money. I think we had gold out this way. But anywhere else? They're really far away, aren't they? I also see uranium that we've built on, which we've now unlocked, which isn't ideal to be there. But we have another big one there. And that's aluminium, isn't it, as well? Okay. So other than that, the gold is really far away. So we'd have to set up jewelry quite far. I'm okay with a double gold mine here. I think for these, I'm quite happy to get a couple of flop houses to cover it, because we'll get a bit of a gold industry out this way. So that's going to be jewelry as well. I know we don't have it unlocked yet, but we can grab it. And then jewelry workshop will just stick this side. All right, so they want us to build a cocktail bar near the Eastern Bloc Embassy. That's kind of weird, isn't it? I'm going to say no. That's fine. We'll keep them happy with everything else. It is starting to ramp up quite considerably, and our jobs are only just in there for the homes. So there's a lot of them. Like I say, I need to get into power, but I also need to do the upgrades that we can do. So electrifying everything will make everyone way more efficient. And there we go. We finally got our education rate up to 20%. Lovely. We can move on now. So let's just check in. Steel is doing really well. That's good. So I think a second coal mine is also going to be needed. I think I can just about get one in. I can fit it on here. Right, it's time for those extra Teamsters offices as well. So before we do anything more, we're going to get one doing this section and one more doing this one. Then what we're going to do is go into a power plant. Although we can go straight to nuclear, we're not doing that though, so we're going to have to stick to the coal. I think we'll keep it right by the coal just here. And then we'll get the electric substation unlocked, because we're going to need that. And I'll just double check what this costs once it's done.
Another day, another.
And there's our rubber that we can unlock with that one. So slowly but surely moving up our production chains. Is 1930 now.
Comrade.
Have a
Secure
security
this
checkpoint
communication.
near the Eastern Bloc Embassy. Security checkpoint. Okay. There it is. Security checkpoint. Dirt cheap, so there's the embassy then. You can have one on each. What should we take?
The code word is
Just 5k. Can't ever say no to money. I just love it. Alright, so now we are stuck with a choice that we need to make. Ministry of Information or a newspaper? I mean, we're screwing the communists over whenever we can, right? I have said that, so we're going to have to take it. We can export boats, no problem. So we're going to need another newspaper, it said, didn't it? Which we already have. It increases liberty, so it's never too bad to have, really. Actually, you know what? I don't even think I've got one. Or am I being blind? I can't remember building one. Well, let's get one opposite the police station in there anyway. That's a good gap for it. So, I think a second cigar factory, no joke, would be a good idea here. I'm looking. Look at the tobacco to cigars output. We have so much of it. It just doesn't fit, actually. That's so annoying. So I can get rid of this road. And there's our newspaper. We'll take the cash. So, this one has quite a few different things we can do. So we can decrease liberty but earn $5 for each citizen living within the vicinity every time they rest, which would be pretty nuts on money. We want 25% chance to shift political views towards capitalists. So let's go deals and profit. Because, well, we have them the happiest, right? So if we can shift people across, that would be good. We've got a lot of industrialists that are pretty happy too, but I think that makes a lot of sense. And we're seeing a lot of different ones pop up. So I think it's down to homeless families, right? We need to just double check. So some are broke. We need them to kind of get a job. But poor and well off, they should move in. Just need to make sure they have jobs. Right, they want us to produce furniture by 3,000. Not quite producing that yet, so it's not something we want to get into. I'm still slowly working through to make sure this is good. So steel's coming in just fine. Power plant's coming in. I've just seen that we don't have a road working through this bit. Why? There we go. Eastern Bloc wants us to get Western powers out of the embassy. I'm going to say no. I'm going to abandon that because I really don't want to kick them out. They send me lots of money. Oh yeah, and let's finish our gold setup now. So jewelry workshop, we're going to need some good workers for this one. I'm hoping that they come and do it themselves anyway. And then I'm just looking at the other stuff, right? Cocoa and sugar to produce chocolate. We could also do that. It's a pretty easy one. Most of the other stuff, though, not so much. We could do books from leather and paper as well. That's not a bad idea. I think we'll just do one thing at a time. Let's get jewelry out, see how much money that can make us. I might need one Teamster's office over there, so we might need a little substation of like houses out this way. Because ideally we want this transporting as well as possible, don't we? Let's get that in. I think these flop houses should accommodate these guys pretty well. And then the other ones, there's like metro stations and stuff too. But let's check out this golf course. So where is this bad boy? There it is. It's pretty expensive. I probably want to go through some of these first then, right? Opera House, we don't have loads of people that are rich yet. Visitors, we got tourism stuff. We could start to get those in. Cocktail bar, visitors must be well off or better. To be honest, a cocktail bar would make a lot of sense. Because this thing actually looks really cool too. But this thing is good. We got most people are well off or better. So ideally, where would we put you? I think down here is good. Let's get the cocktail bar in there. I'm working on all the logistics. Bear in mind, obviously, I haven't really played the game too much before, so all of it is kind of still new to me. Now, before we go any further, let's just double check what we want to do here. I still want to get the power. I know we're working on that. I just need to start upgrading homes and stuff, I think, for efficiency. So does this have a radius, or do you need a power station, I guess? Gotta wait for the coal to come in, haven't we? Wondering whether it's a good idea to get maybe a little bit of housing this way too, and then we can upgrade them. Maybe. And then what we need is the electric substation. So I'm not really sure how far we need to have this. I might stick it next to the buses for now. And then all our industries that we can get power into, we will do. There we go. Ripening refrigerators. We'll get one on that one to start. And I know you can do it with the houses too. So we want like the apartments to have electrification. And there's our export boats. We'll take that. So hopefully we can get these upgraded very soon. I just need this to start coming in. So we have power then. Coal's coming in. Produces 360 megawatts. So we just need this bad boy in, which I think will then give these guys the power, which it has. So we can have a look at the overlay. So network balance is plus 204. So these guys now with their electricity should be nice and happy. And then we'll probably want to do it with these guys too. Look at this dual demand that we're hit with. So either produce 3,000 steel or build an asylum. So I'm going to produce steel. I know it's going to annoy them a little bit more, but I think that's the right thing to do. And it looks like it's election time. So even if we keep our 57%, we're good, right? So I'm going to allow them to vote freely for now. And I think with this electrification, we should be able to up all of these pretty crazy. So power drills, we'll get those upgraded. We'll get canary. So we're going to keep spending to upgrade a lot of this. And we're going to have people being jobless now because we've actually got all of our jobs taken and homes are not quite occupied. So we need to fix that too. What do we need? Cleanse polluted entertainment, residential and tourism buildings. We'll accept that one. Not actually sure how we cleanse them, but that's okay. I think we've now researched our bank, which means we can do other stuff. Swiss bank account, no. Generate 2 revenue efficiency of 104 workers per rich and healthy rich citizen. Or national bank. So if we get up to rich, we change to private banking, but national bank gets interest based on our money, right? I think we're at a loss still because we're never out of the negative. So once that money ticks right up, we'll be good. But just need some more money and then I'm going to improve the farms. I'm hoping I can get something along this area so we can get the multiculture and get this moving a bit more. But all in all, they're producing quite well in this area. I'm going to, I got to remember to make sure I turn up all of my farms as well to more money. So they're more efficient. Job quality by 20 is increased by these guys. Decrease pollution. I do want to get that upgraded for the power plant too, but for now we'll just chill. What else have we got? Export cars. We'll accept it because at some point we will be able to export them. And we got 1 trade license open, so we're looking pretty good. We're about to have 2. Let's have a look. Cigars is always a good one. So let's get that exporting. And I do keep checking, so we do always have loads ready in here to gain revenue. Again, more Teamsters office is what we need. Build a fast food joint near the Western Palace Embassy. We'll accept it. We can move the embassy in. Of course they want a fast food joint. Oh dear. And I'm going to get 1 more conventio over here with what we need. And then we're going to move forward. So what's this iron doing? I feel like this probably needs to move, doesn't it? Right, let's get these plantations going then. So let's look at what we want to do. What's banana fertility like down here? I'm thinking, is it pineapple that said for cannery though? I think it was. Although we could also get into chocolate. I think our jewelry is now running. Let's get cocoa. And let's get 2 of them on this section. I'm thinking maybe manure spreaders need to come in too. I'm going to allow them to vote freely. I think we're looking good. So jewelry should be coming into here. And there it is. I see it. And we can get the chocolate factory going. So cocoa and sugar. We should be all right to get this one in. Emits little pollution. And this actually fits really nicely in here. I think we're going to need another Teamsters office. Need to make sure they're all upgraded, to be honest. Yeah, second shift here can be added. But yeah, we just made a lot of money on that trade route. Look at that as well. Holy crap, man. So good news is we are making more money now. So we're going to go for second shift in there. I'm going to quick build the chocolate factory. And that does mean I might need more sugar. So if we come into the almanac here, let's check out sugar. Yeah, we're processing loads into rum. So it might slow down rum production. We've only got the one factory though. Let's take the industrial standing because we're going to need that for the coming election. And I'm going to get one more sugar plantation if we can get a good one, which we can. Lovely. So this will work quite nicely on this section. And we're going to get all of them upgraded too. And there's the victory. Massive win for me. So no rubbish there. So we've unlocked labour policies now. Increase job quality by 5 of each workplace if we go early retirement. Mandatory labour of elderly or infirm represents an affront to their dignity and liberty. The age of retirement shall be lowered and provision of pension raised to permit the earlier commencement of appropriate. The job quality going up by 5 is huge. That's crazy, man. Not good. No labour under 18. I could keep it pretty default. I do like the idea of early retirement, though. Let's get Happy Childhood. We can change it at some point. The rest can stay. No, we got really good basic production of stuff, but we really do need to make it better. And I think one of the other things is also give the electrification of our flop houses, but that does mean I think we're going to need another factory. I think we can copy this, can't we? Get that one in there. I'd be tempted to quick build this if I'm honest. We don't have the money, so we'll high priority that one, get that finished off. Obviously, city is coming in quite a lot. There's nothing like huge coming in, but it really is coming to its own already. Lots of good production. Definitely need more homes though, I know that much. So what we're going to do is just check the wealth of everyone here. So filthy rich, not filthy rich, normal rich is coming in now. So we're going to need maybe one more mansion. We're also going to need more apartments. But I also want to get, well, I was thinking more houses, but actually as we push further, we're going to want apartments, aren't we? I'm going to go 2 there. We'll get a little park in the middle. And how much is the port to the dock? It's not that much. I don't think it's allowed to be close to the other one. I could potentially move that one. I wonder if that would be more efficient. Or would we be more efficient by having a second one here? I'm going to test it. I don't know. Alright, second power plant's in then. Let's get these moving. I don't think we need to upgrade them, but that should help. Just need the coal to come in. Once the workers get there, we are good. We're on 660 pop now. I'm just going to let it fly through. I'm just hoping that this additional port's going to do something. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. Right, electric's back up and running apart from over here. So I don't know whether we need, because I upgraded those flop houses. I think I might need to extend them. I think we need another substation. Yeah, it's just outlet. Okay, that's cool. We'll get one. Just up in this corner's cool. And we still have a lot of space. If I zoom out, we are good, right? I'm thinking tourism, though, like I say, over this way. We are going to need to get ourselves into some kind of nuclear power. And I'm just keeping an eye on all this. For jobs and stuff, we're good. So no one's really broke. The rich number getting much higher as we upgrade things. I think for the most part, they're in the houses. So getting in a few more mansions is not a bad idea. So I'm actually just going to place 4 more. And then with these, I just want to see how many people are actually using it. So we've only got 2 passengers. So not that much in the parking lot yet. Might be time for us to get some kind of like radio station or something in as well. So something that can bring us more money. And then we'll slowly get the other entertainment stuff in. Though we're pretty good on production. I'm obviously not doing some of these basic ones, but I think that's absolutely fine. We're not doing enough planks for the toy workshop. It doesn't really matter. I maybe do think getting this fast food joint done is good though. This will help with... So fast food joint. These guys over here, right? Let's get one there. And they want one by the embassy, don't they? Just stick one there too. Can I quick build that? which will satisfy these guys. Lovely. Take the 5k. Thank you. Oh yeah, let's complete this substation thing as well so we can get these up and ready happy. And actually, as we've done things, I need to move my logging camps out. So we're upgrading them so they can kind of cut better areas, right? So we've got better logging this side. I'm going to move them over and we'll set their logging area to the back end of this one. And then planks will probably move also. So we'll get that across to here. Okay, so in this industry now then, let's have a look what we want to do. We could get one more fish yard and do this. Money is rolling in just fine, so we can keep it coming. I partly want to grab this toy workshop, if I'm honest, and get it over by this new logging area we've kind of set up, because it's perfect right here. And then we'll need another Teamster's office just this side with a little bit of housing. I think I'll just squeeze it in there. Let's kind of see how we get on with these. I think it should be fine. Increase efficiency, increase job position. It's actually logs. So we've got 3 logs, 1 plank maker. So we'll have 1 toy shop to those as well. Can we change the type of toys actually? Cuddly toys, cotton, rubber. Ah, we'll go with wooden then. So we could actually get separate toys for each. Right, Eastern Bloc Embassy wants a cocktail bar. We're going to start maybe building a little bit of a community out by their embassies then. I think whilst this is on fire, we have a problem, don't we? My fire engine's on it, isn't it? It is, so they're putting it out. But yeah, we'll start doing that. I can build a cocktail bar that way. We're over 700 on the pop now as well. So let's go ahead and get our parks through this bit. Run a couple of 2x1s in there. And then a couple of 1x1s through there. This looks quite nice coming through, doesn't it? Just to separate out those houses, it really does make the world a difference. Now, how are we doing? I do see toys coming out, so that's great. We should look to doing different toy trades now. And it's typical they don't have it right now, isn't it? That gold trade is insane. Let's do a small one of those. And then maybe the rubber contract as well. I know we've got this oil well here. Kind of want to see where we can pump oil from. If I just wasted that, we just don't have an oil deposit. Well, that kind of sucks. You have these beekeepers too. I wonder if we can just place a couple of these in to produce sugar then in these gaps. You see where we've got this kind of area? It does say it needs to be in a nature, so this isn't bad, look. We get beekeeper in there. Just interested to see how much sugar it produces, if I'm honest. And what other forms of transport do we have? We have the metro station. I think I'm going to go for this. Passengers can travel from one metro station to any other metro station on the same island. And they like to be... What does it do? Is it a crime-related thing? Yeah, it looks like it. Realistically, then, we want to be able to... These guys to go there. And then get down to work. Maybe down here? Let's test it. Crime safety, you can add more light in modern times, so we can help. Yeah, it is underground, so they can go from here over to here. So the metro is going to be really handy for us, so we will want that more light as soon as we can. Be interesting to see how many passengers we get from that. I'm hoping then as we push further out, we should be good. And then tourism, like I say, is going to go out this way. I should probably set up the roads, because I feel like I could probably start. And that's going to be some pretty good industry. Let's take a look. Tourism then. We need 1 tourism port. Let's get that in. I don't know if this is the right thing to do. And then preferred by backpackers. I'm looking at what kind of ones we can get in. I think a hotel makes a lot of sense to start if we get a hotel this way by the beachfront, right? And then entertainment wise, you can set it to have, what's it called? Tourism only. And then Funfair Pier, I'm feeling is pretty handy when we get the money in. We'll just start building something out over here. Alright, let's get more houses in too. So we're going to get more conventilo thingies. Oh, I just need money. So we're going to fill out this with the blocks of these guys by the metro, I think. It should be okay. We're going to keep a close eye to see how many actually come in. I see passengers already, which is good. We're going to need to get some houses in for these guys too. And the hotel is coming in, so we're going to need some businesses for these. We already have a tourism boat coming. I mean, all we have is a hotel so far. Need to get a couple of houses over this way too. Let's see if anyone comes on. Plus 10. Nice. Because we gotta do the quest for that anyway, right? So we have tourists. They're not going to be that happy, but I think it should bring us money. Yeah, there's income from the hotel, which is good. So when we get a bit more, we'll get slowly just like a couple of restaurants and stuff over here. I'm not sure how the living arrangements kind of work. These guys, I might need to get a couple of houses, right? Or like a metro or something, so they can get to work. Maybe that would be good. Yeah, I see shacks already coming in then, so we need a little bit of a housing area this side. We don't want it to be too ugly, do we? Can afford one bunkhouse at the moment. We'll have these guys kind of living amongst these. So this will slowly bring us in money anyway, like I say. So income does seem to work. I don't know. I've got to keep an eye on it. We're only bringing in 10 tourists at a time anyway, so yeah, we will need to house the workers for the hotel then. But as long as some income can come from it, I'm pretty happy. Right, let's get our vehicle factory in, because this will start to make us some money. And I think vehicle factory is going to come right down this way. We've got our metro station, so it makes sense. And hopefully we can start pumping some of those up. Money's coming in nicely anyway. I just keep spending more than anything else, really. But once this house is in, we'll then be able to get this sorted. And again, make some money. Look at this. So we have a permanent income from these hotels. And it's really basic, but we'll slowly get this going. I don't know. I think that's the right thing to do, isn't it? And then we'll slowly scale this area to meet those needs. But with that hotel bringing in some money then, as this comes in, we want some basic things. I know I want the funfair pier. I feel like this is a great idea. You basically stay at the hotel, have some fun on the pier. And we'll make sure this one is set just for tourists, right? May also get them a cocktail bar. Or snorkel bay would be fun. Let's get a snorkel bay in. Must be placed on water. Oh, wow. The thingy's blocking us. Let's relocate that over then. Completely blocking us. Now let's see if I get my snorkel bay on there now. I can. Beautiful. So this is what they'll be working on, I think. Anyway, one more bunkhouse. So the people won't be that happy. But we're going to hopefully electrify this area soon. So I'm going to need air conditioning and elevators. But we'll need electric substation out this way too. It's very close to reaching, wasn't it? So we'll get you in there. And there we go. Flower lay dispenser. Increase overall happiness. Tourists arriving by 5. Let's get that in on the port. It makes sense. It's a no-brainer for me, right? Cool. So we'll slowly build that out. And I'm going to unlock this tenement now. This thing's pretty big, but it's going to have to come out this way for the metro. And we'll make it a little bit beautified along the edge. So got some basic parks and stuff, because they are a bit ugly. Get one or two by the bits. So one by the fast food. We'll try and reduce this down a little bit around this area. And then I kind of want to just spend some time, ignore the restrictions, and get some coconut trees going through. There we go. Just start adding a bit of greenery around the place. I got to do this a little by little as we go through. I'm going to set tourists only on this funfair pier then. Fun for big and small. Increase the upkeep by 10. The risk of catching fire is reduced. We're a concrete pier. Service quality by 10, so more light. It has cost us quite a bit in electricity. So let's check this substation. We're plus 184, so we are absolutely fine. But this is pretty cool. Just keeping a close eye on income. Look at this. We've made 3,800 just from this one hotel at the moment. So really, really good. What about this then? I'm going to keep an eye on the pier just to see as these start to come in what sort of cash this will make us. If anything, hopefully some. And then tourists only on the snorkel bay too. So we're going to need more workers, I think. These guys should get them as jobs. Probably want to electrify these bunkhouses there. It's going to take our thingy through the roof there. No, we're good. And then in this one, let's see. We definitely want it to set preserving it, right? Looks like election coming up. I'm going to allow them to vote freely because we are looking after them quite a bit. There's loads that I'm just kind of doing, right? All I'm saying is having this second pier down this way has worked wonders for these industries. Okay, let's take a look at furniture then. So this one reduces planks, processes planks to furniture, causes pollution. So let's get this one in. Now we've got them already over this way. I think we're fine just to chuck this in here. Just chucking in a couple of flop houses around the back too. I'll probably let that one continue. We'll high priority that. And I'm going to get even more Teamsters going because we are producing a lot. I'll just make sure everyone's got second shift. Oh, the tourist ship, they can scale. So as long as there's room to keep them, we're good. So that's what we need. More hotels then. Because over time, they'll spend money. Got you. But no visitors on this yet. So they, oh, there we go. They go out on the boat to go snorkeling. Look. Oh, that's so cute, man. Love that. This is very cool. So actually, it wouldn't hurt to get another hotel of some kind, right? Or like small cabins and stuff. That's not a bad idea. I'm just want a Cabina Village. Preferred by thrill-seeking tourists. Stress relief tourists. Low-cost attraction that provides fun to visiting tourists. Scenic outlook. There's a shop. A tour office. Wow, there's so much. I think we need a second hotel, though. That's the main thing. I don't want them too close together because it looks weird. And we will make sure we decorate in between so it doesn't look too silly. There we go. So we'll go double hotel. We'll see if we can keep some of these in town for a little bit longer, just to keep money going. And then we'll just slowly let these kind of hopefully earn us some money. Might be one more thing we build for them. So let's get the restaurant. We'll keep it pretty beachfront here. So this restaurant I'll quick build, but this is going to be for tourists only again. And we'll give it a freezer. Wow, there was 54 tourists on that one. Holy moly. Okay, this might start making us some good money here. I'm going to copy some more of these in to make sure we got them then. So this side will probably just have the people that live here. Yeah, we're going to start making some money. Oh, I'm so excited. So we should start to see... Well, the main thing is I want to see a profit from them, right? This one is going down, which is good. The hotels themselves are pretty profitable. I'm honestly thinking about moving into slightly better power here. There's wind turbines and stuff. We've got to get to modern times because I'm definitely going to do more wind thingies. But we really need nuclear, don't we? It's so expensive though, and I really don't want to have to build a third coal power plant. Our network balance is okay, actually. I think it's just while stuff's happening. I'll allow them to continue to vote freely. They are absolutely fine. We're on 800 pop, hovering thereabouts now. And looking across the board, we're pretty good. So we've got first Filthy Rich in. Holy moly. Yes, that's exciting. And the Funfair Pier is officially profitable. So this whole section now is profitable. Look at this. What about the snorkeling then? That's got to get there. We just got to wait for the visitors to pay their dues. A couple of flop houses in ready and built as well, slowly but surely. Sometimes the tourism doesn't come in, but we've had 102 already, so already looking pretty profitable. And there's our export cars. That took a long time, but now we should be able to start kind of ramping things up quite good. And our casino has finished. I'm sure casino we can rig and it'll make loads of money, right? And we are still good on the election. Is there anything new that we want to do? Voting rights. Well off or better are the only ones that can do it. I think that's good. Everything else will keep the same. I think we're finally seeing a bit more usage of the cars. Not so much, actually, which is interesting. I'm just looking what else we can do for these guys then. We really want to start making some money, and the buildings over this way do need to start to become profitable as well. So like fast food as an example. Is this actually profitable? Just about, wow. Increase upkeep by 12%. We're going to have an armed caretaker on that tenement. Maybe that's what we go into instead of these guys, although they're okay on the auto recovery, aren't they? There's quite a lot of government buildings we still haven't got in, like the immigration office, the courthouse, all of it really. Oh, look at this tourist fees on the customs office. Every tourist arriving on Tropico pays $10 on base efficiency. Let's unlock that. So every tourist that comes in, we gain extra. That means you'll probably start seeing some profit from this one. Very nice. Right, we're good to continue building this one out then, the tourism side of things, because that is our aim. So let's see what sort of stuff they might want to see over here. So cocktail bar. I actually don't want the road, so to speak, on this bit. I might get the cocktail bar to the side of the gardens here. And it's probably time we got that golf course done, isn't it? And what we'll do is get the golf course out for these guys. So the golfers shall come and play. What upgrades can we get on this? Modern times, so not much we can do with that one. What do we have? Export furniture. We are producing it now, so that's good. We'll get that in. So basically, that tourism should prop up the other bits that we can do here. So I'm going to look to getting uranium. And honestly, where's good? There's more coal there. Cool, this is good. So we're going to aim for nuclear power. We're probably going to want maybe just the one for now. I'll get just one bunkhouse to cover those guys for that too. And yeah, probably get a nuclear power plant just on this bit. And you know what? After all of this, maybe we should get a second construction office. I've been quick building everything, but let's get one in. And how's this doing? So this does actually produce a little bit of sugar, which is pretty cool. If adjacent to at least one herbalist in the same work mode, increase efficiency by 20%, increase upkeep. No, we'll keep sweet nectar just to pull in some extra sugar from the beekeepers then. And the snorkel bay is officially profitable. This is so good, man. And there's our golf course. We'll probably just take the 5k. Capitalists will be very happy. And this is going to be tourists only. Club membership required. This requires economic wealth is rich. Fees are increased by 10. We'll probably get a golf club at the other one. We'll go beginner courses and we'll probably just leave it at that. For now, we'll have just tourists. We'll see if this can kind of make us some money. They're already starting to play. This game is so good, man. You know what? As we start getting in, I'm going to make the green people happy. Although we could do again, maybe generating a lot of knowledge from this too. I see space program. I'm not bothered about any of this though. For me, it's going to be all about that. Let's get a radio station in. It is about time we started pushing our propaganda, isn't it? It adds that liberty. So I'm thinking up here as we start to go more into these guys. That covers the most people. Let's quick build that one if I'm honest. And let's check out what we want. So that increases liberty. You earn 8 for each employed in vicinity. I'm not going to take that money from that. We're going to go for the clinking coin, which is chance to change them to capitalists, right? And then we're going to get music all day. So entertainment buildings, is service quality goes up by 5. Doesn't stack, but that's really good. So all our entertainment buildings will start to do really well from here. Now, do you see like the grocery store and stuff is now making me money, which is always nice to see. I should probably do the same on this one. So this cocktail bar for some reason doesn't really make the money, even though it has lots of people going in. So I'm going to go for a third hotel here. And this area, I think what we'll do is have separate areas, right? This one's going to be more for all of those guys. Let's get one more hotel in there. We'll cover the parks in the middle. And then we'll probably get the scenic outlook. So these guys like to be, I guess, in the green then. These guys can go look out from there. I'm actually custom parking this one too. So we'll start just adding in some decorative stuff. Caribbean trade prohibition. The bullying superpowers are trying to prevent our growth, Presidente. No longer will they tolerate trade routes except with themselves. I suppose that in some way their desire for exclusivity amounts to flattery, but sending us flowers and a nice card would have been less troublesome. Tropico is forbidden to trade routes with non-superpower trade partners. I've just built this custom park area with some lights, some plants, hedges, bit of stuff there for them to enjoy themselves with. That looks nice. And the tourists shall make me money. So, with the other bits, let's have a look at what we want to do. What does the ministry do? Improve individual aspects of Tropican society or gain illegal earnings from accepting bribes. Let's get a ministry. Oh, wow, this is a cool building. Okay. So as we're building a little bit of a community over this way, let's get that in there. Maybe an immigration office, because why not? And I'll get that next to it over here too. And I think we may need... I'm tempted to get like a metro station. Yeah, I might just get it in there. I haven't increased output from any of these really. I'm focusing now on getting this one pumped out. Let's have a look at this scenic outlook. Adds a fee of 3 at base efficiency to the building. So coin slots on there. Cool. So when they come to this, they can pay to come and have a little look out the balcony. I don't know where the coin slots are, but we'll take it. And I can see them coming out, so each visitor is basically going to negate it. So that's good. It's only buttons that it brings in, but that's fine. And I see that we need power. That's because I've just electrified some extras, haven't I? Right, so uranium, like I say, is coming in. Money is also doing the same, so we need to spend on nuclear. I forget that I put that radio station. That's probably why my power went, isn't it? Yeah, that took 10. Do you think we can convert a lot into capitalists here? Look at this, we're way above on it already, and they are happy too. Right, I think I've got enough to unlock the nuclear power plant, but we need to then get up to 32,000. So I'm just going to let this do its thing whilst we get it. And there we go. We have what we need for our nuclear power plant. Here we go. I don't know where I feel like is the right place to put this. It needs... So this should produce quite a bit. It's kind of scary to have there, isn't it? But that's okay. So holding basin and lead. So we'll get both of those in. And I think we're going to need something this way. I'm actually tempted to get just a block of apartments. But it seems a bit silly, doesn't it? I have to get some tenement flop house there as well. See if that comes in good. That will create quite a few jobs too. And we are of the upper kind of middle and upper class is the majority here. So let's get another Teamster's office in this area as well. Let's get that good. Quick build that one. Get the second shift in. Lots of jobs. Just thinking we could change from sweet chocolate to dark chocolate here. I'm going to do that because it doesn't use the sugar. And then we can use that sugar for the other stuff that we wanted to do, right? Which is rum. Oh, another 50 tourists coming in. Here it is. Look at it. Would not want to live next. Wouldn't want to live next to that, right? Oh, okay. Let's get a holding basin and lead shielding for these guys. So this should produce an insane amount of power from this uranium. And I think that means I should be able to remove one of these. I don't think we're going to need all of them. Keep an eye on the power grid when this one gets in. There you go. Uranium is in. That's plus 798. So honestly, I'm going to pause that power plant because we're still left with plus 348 at that point, right? Let's start going into some of the nicer luxury entertainments and entertainments then. So we've got this arcade. I think maybe the tourists need that. So I'm going to go ahead and unlock the arcade. I think all of this adds to the later side of things, right? I really don't want it by the houses. I actually want it over this way. And I'm going to bring a road through the back. I'm going to go around placing a few coconut trees around the place. Let's go random variations too. Looks a bit nicer, doesn't it? There we go. Yeah, so it's coming into its own in this section. Really, really cool. We're getting so many researches from our Pirate Bay too. It's pretty insane, actually. We haven't even got any on. So let's have a look. There's some that we want to get from some of these guys, right? Look at the Cold War ones, because there were some. Citizens wear old-fashioned clothes. Increase the tourist rating by 4 plus 3 for each fort. No, we're not going to do that. Grab the cocktail bar. Yeah, what was that? Whenever uneducated Tropicans rest, they have a 25% chance of shifting their political view towards the conservative faction. Ah, okay. And let's grab the cathedral ones. Are there any others we want to grab from here? Maybe literacy program at some point. I'm going to modernize these mansions, I think. Let's see what they change into. Oh, wow. They all have pools. Of course they do. Why not, eh? You guys? Oh, that means they go into... No, they don't. Okay. They stay on normal class, but we've got one filthy rich. I'll leave them as is for now. All right, let's have a look at this ministry then. Monthly cost is 10. So we need Department of Education. They have positions. So open ministry menu. What do we have? Capitalists. So Department of Economy. We have Yelena Hoffman, which will increase the efficiency of buildings on maximum budget by 7%, which is huge. What does this do? So what do we have? Increase base export prices for consumers and luxury goods. Department of Foreign Affairs, let's hire that. 5% for Anna in that one. Decrease pollution of resident buildings by 20%. That's huge. You get 75 Swiss per month if I get a Department of Defense person in. Military buildings, upkeep costs. Police station would provide infantry squads during military thingies. We'll keep that one just in case. And then one vacant one in here. Increase student slots in education buildings by 2 per teacher. Only well-off, rich and filthy rich Tropicans have access to education. Increase efficiency of education buildings by 30%. I think this is good. Student slots in education buildings to 2 per teacher, because we haven't actually got that many, right? So we're good. Wow, this thing's really good then. It costs 300 per month, but we'll make more back through efficiency. So let's be honest then. Let's move into some pineapples and canneries. We probably should do it out this way. We have a lot of them. So if we get one, they're quite far away though to travel. So we'll grab 3, then we'll get a Teamster's office next to it. And these are all going to be mono because they're all the same. And then we'll get the cannery. The cannery is going to go right in there. And then to accommodate these guys, I'll wait to see... Actually, I'll just quick build them whilst we've got the money. Money isn't a problem anymore anyway, so let's get him in. Cannery, we have supply local market. Yes, we can. We'll keep it on yes, we can. And then we'll decide what houses we need here. So, honestly, I'd be up for the apartments. Maybe a flop house. Let's go with one flop house. Let's see. And that's quite a long way for them to travel, but that's okay. We'll start ticking up the cannery at least. And we just got the Cabana village from the treasure hunt too. Just thinking, if I don't put tourists only on this, actually, the workers for these guys will be okay. So maybe I will allow the workers to kind of go in them too. Apart from these, there's service buildings. Arcade, we have online. Fee is increased by 1. Every employee adds 1 visitor slots. Increase the tourist rating by 10%. Job decreased 10%. Let's go that. We'll have it online permanently. Do you want our arcade to bring us money? And our little tourist section. Honestly, let's just look at it again. I love it, man. You see the city back there, but we're away from it all. You know, the nuclear power plant in the background. Some plantations. And then into the thick of it. It's funny because I haven't even gone that deep into a lot of the stuff for these guys at all. Well off or better is probably the best one. If we get a cabaret, and we want this to start looking quite nice over this way, and we've got the increased buff for these guys, right? So we'll get cabaret there. I'm honestly thinking a road that backs this far. So we've got them to just vote. We're on 69%, to be honest. We're converting everyone to capitalists, as you can see. It's hilarious. So we're all good. Let's buy the hospital, and let's get one in. I'm actually tempted to relocate this circus now. This feels really out of place if I stick it over here, though. Maybe not, actually. Circus on the beach. That can be tourists only. And yeah, I can get my hospital then over on this bit. Lovely. That should add a bit. And I did get the research for these cocktail bars done, so let's see what we have. Upper class. We'd have to get one over this way, I think, for that cocktail bar. What's happy hour? Service quality by 5, decrease fee by 3. Let's keep it Tropical Libre there, then. But the hospital is in, so that's great. Let's see what else we can do. Cathedral would make the guys happy as well, but I want to start cleaning. So cleanse buildings. It's going down, but I think we could get something to help. Although that's not great, I can't lie. I'm not a big fan of that one. Alright, courthouse generates money for every citizen or tourist detained within a dungeon, prison, or asylum. It's kind of cool. Don't feel like we need it, though. We probably continue on with these, right? Get a movie theatre or something. Visitors must be at least poor. So keep this just for citizens. And movie theatre, I think I want to make around this area. Do I want it there? Or do I get it over this way? Can I move this mine? I can. Right, let's get the mine all the way over them. And let's get the movie theatre this side. I'm going to add a second shift to the police station as well to make that a bit better. And then we need to look at this. We're almost at 1,000 pop though. It's 1954 right now. Homes are almost full. Jobs are still okay, so we're going to want more. I'm thinking about setting up just a little area for houses. I might start some out this way. So we'll get 6 just in this bit. Rather than what we said before, I can get something on the back of that. So we'd get some basic, maybe another restaurant or something. Or maybe I will get that golf course. Let's get the golf course over here by the mansions. And then these guys will have some happiness. I think we're pretty good across the board on that. But healthcare will continue to go up a little bit. I need to get the better faith to a cathedral at some point as well. Let's allow them to vote freely still. We're still in a good position, aren't we? I'm just looking at this gourmet restaurant. Provides fun citizens, tourists, increased food happiness, preferred by cultural tourists. Visitors must be rich or better. So we're going to grab a gourmet restaurant. So we're going to start building out the rich guys. And we'll put it there. By the houses, right? We're going to have to electrify all those when they come into. And there we go. Election is absolutely fine. Not going to talk on it too much. It is okay. I'm going to leave the thingies as is. I'm just going to double check the pineapple plantations. There we go. Look, need the efficiency and reduce upkeep as well. That's great. And let's get more hotels and stuff in then. So are we okay housing wise? Oh no, we're already in modern times. Are we serious here? Oh, I finished my tourist, didn't I? Okay, it's time to progress to those modern times then. So we've just unlocked a lot, haven't we? Balance the constant pressure coming from 8 factions. Play the diplomatic game with 5 superpowers trying to exploit Tropico. Use hackers to fake tourist ratings or tweak trade route conditions. Holy crap. So we've got pretty high liberty. I'm going to take security surveillance. Healthcare-wise, and we're going to go paid healthcare because we are capitalists after all. And we're going to push the tourist stuff quite considerably now because we're going to need to make quite a bit of money. So let's get a couple more of the hotels in. Fairly certain, though, these guys should be making more money for me. They're not making that much. Maybe I'm just missing it. The income of a lifetime is what I need to be looking at, really. There they are. Yeah, golf course. 36,000, man. Yeah, nice garden in between these two hotels. It's like hotel strip, isn't it? USA there. We'll sign a small cigars contract. What's the apparel here? We don't make apparel. Boats for the EU. It's not a bad one. Let's grab cigars for China again. And we need to come into industry because it's all going to go pretty crazy now, isn't it? So what's fashion company? Processes cloth or leather to produce apparel. Juicery processes bananas or pineapples to produce juice. That might be a good one. Drone factory. We don't have anything for pharmaceutical either. Just looking at what ones we can continue to do. I think juicery is a good one. So what I'll do is get some plantations ready for this. The bananas or pineapples. I think we just increase our pineapple. And I'm going to stick them over this way. And then we just need money for the juicery. I think that'll be fine out here. They should be able to squeeze them just this way. They're going to research global market economy for sure. I have just spent a fair bit of time getting things polished up and ready. So you'll see we've expanded quite far out. It's 1966 now. And we've been doing a little bit. So I've gone ahead and got 3 gold mines over here. Just to start ramping that up with a couple of houses and a Teamster's office. I've also got a second 2 mines on this aluminium field, which is great. And I've expanded like bus stops and things like that to work on it. And I've also gone ahead and expanded our tourism a little bit more. So just hotels so far. The plan is to get quite a few of these in and then carry on with all of the other things. I'm working on our guys and trading. And I also got this cathedral in. And it was mainly because I was just trying to fulfill the needs. What's the modernized ranch? What is that? How do I modernize a ranch? So I'll quickly just do that one, sorry. There's got to be a feature in here. Factory ranch must be available. Factory ranch. Okay, let's unlock that one. This is to modernize these guys. I'm sure this is going to cost power. When we get some money, then we'll hit modernize on those. But yeah, I was just getting in. I've got a 3rd embassy. I'm just building this section out, as you can see as well, because this is becoming a bit of a hub on this side too. And I've got some of these new larger modern mansions in, which we've got one for upper class and then the rest for just upper class at the moment. Let me show you the flow at the moment. So homeless is pretty good. We've got hardly anyone, but the wealth distribution now, we have 105 that are rich, 1 filthy rich, and 678 well off. So majority of our 1,152 population are just that. Now, our opposition is growing, and it's mainly around religious and environmentalists, so I need to start making these guys a little bit happier. Capitalists still very much so, but because there's quite a good share on these guys with the lowest happiness, this is what we need to do. So I'm going to modernize these guys. Then, oh, just like that, I've got to get in some stuff. So there's quite a lot we can do. There's this cargo airport for imports, exports as well. And I did see a few different things. We got a Bitcoin farm, a Tropico farm. This office sounds like a great idea. Not something we want yet though. And then some of the other stuff is just some basic little ones here. Now there's these inspiring statues, which is one of the first things I'm going to do because we have different ones. Slightly improves the approval of citizens working or living near the statue over time. So we want to get a couple of these in. And I'm going to place some around. And you want to kind of do the basic gardens first, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just get 1 or 2 of those guys in. There's others. There's welcome to the family's immigrants. Less likely to become rebels, increase the liberty, and improves relations near superpowers. So we want to come this way and get maybe 1 or 2 of these guys in. It's a little bowing statue right in there. And then maybe 1 this side. And then 1 just over here for these. So all 3 embassies will be good. And then I'll go back in. I've got no more money, but hopefully that will help. And we'll see if this changes. So we've still got propaganda. That's going to be slow, but we've got until 1974 anyway. We've got 8 years. So obviously what I mean is we're in the 60s and we're progressing really, really strongly. And I've now got in, sorry, the one last thing. We've got the juicery in here that's producing stuff, but we also got in this apparel, so fashion company. Increases wages by 200% and job quality by 20. I'm actually going to get that in. And I've been increasing budgets on loads of things. And one other thing that I forgot to mention. In the Constitution, we have global market, but I've enabled free trade. We've also got marital rights, but when we come to changing that, we'll get that one in as well. Right, let's hit modernize on these factories. Let's see how they look. I have no idea. This is obviously going to use something, isn't it? I've just realized you need to then start feeding them, so we'll have to feed them corn to produce more, so we've got to be really careful with that, actually. Build a gourmet restaurant, that I can do, and modernize ranch will go for +5 industrialist standing just to get them up. And when we upgrade these, look, we've got to be careful. So we're going to need multiple corn farms now to keep up with this. That seems to be okay, though, because I'm ready. And I've been building this farm section down this way. So we'll go for 3 corn farms this side. I might even get 1 more rubber plantation if it's good over here as well, which it is. So let's get that in as well. And the manure covers all of those. This is fantastic. But yeah, we'll start modernizing up these farms in the hopes that we can start to produce a serious amount of stuff. And then next, we're going to help the environmentalists whilst we wait. All of this can wait for now. There is the waste treatment facility. So this costs us 8,000, which we've almost got enough for. And look how much we're like storing in stuff. We've got juice, gold, everything. So we should be able to complete a couple of trade routes here. This should be a big one. It was about to complete. There we go. And should be close to finishing off this trade. So gold is nearly done. Leather not so much. That apparel's toys are nearly done. This apparel's nearly done. So we are good. We've got 1 available. So we probably want to look at where we want to send something. And honestly, canned goods looks like a good one. Right, let's get this waste treatment facility then. So this has an area of effect in range to clean up. And where am I gonna squeeze one of you then? I don't think what's dirty. These guys are dirty, aren't they? So let's maybe move this around. I can't quite move these, but this can relocate. Then water treatment facility goes in here. And I want to get this done because I want to see. Scrap heap scrounging. Generates trace amount of aluminium, rubber, uranium, and nickel based on efficiency. That's really, really good. And then we'll probably stick one over this side for cleaning as well. So I imagine the mines and stuff will reduce it the most. And we've now researched automated mine too. So I want to take a look at these guys. So to modernize it, we'd have to get it through these guys. It's actually pretty crazy what you kind of unlock. Look, agriculture tower, synthetic food lab. It's actually nuts, like what you can do in this game. I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, so this automated mine we want to unlock as well, but I'm not going to do it yet because I've still got to work on these. So there's this hang gliding they want us to build, which is a tourist thing that we can do. We're going to put a hang gliding thing in to satisfy these church lot. I think it can kind of go anywhere, right? So if we're going to put hotels, let's get it on the waterfront just here. I want to quick build this just because I'm excited to see what it is. We'll say tourists only. High power engine, increase the fee. Yep. And service quality is increased as well. We'll maximize this budget. I'm assuming it shoots off a platform, or do they just... Yeah, it looks like it. Who knows? We'll see when the visitors come in. We're going to grab the religious standing. We're going to start trying to improve them a little bit. That's good. So if we can get these two, like I said, intellectuals aren't bad, conservatives aren't bad, industrialists are good. Even these guys aren't too bad. And we are completing trade routes. So absolutely smashing through these. So we're going to finish that apparel. The toys are going to finish very soon too. So let's have a look. Chocolate to the Middle East might not be a bad one. Also cars to the Middle East. But I don't want to... I'm trying to do a balance between them all so I'm keeping everyone happy, if that makes sense. So I'm going to go for cheese to the EU as well. Because if we come into politics, look, trying to keep them pretty high. So if we need money off them, we can get it. But I do need to request a relationship or alliance with EU, which is what we will be doing. So this water treatment then, let's have a look. Cleanse incineration. What upgrades? We've got that scrap heap scrounging. And we'll give this maximum. So hopefully this thing will reduce the cleanse buildings thing here. All right, we're set with our next dual demand here. And honestly, this is kind of frustrating because it's both things I want to do. But pharmaceuticals... I don't know how I'm going to do that. I think we need offshore oil. So we're going to try it though because we've got mostly... Oh, it's conservatives actually. We should be fine. Yeah, let's go to global market economy for now. So if we come into our constitution, we can actually change this. So I need to decide what we're changing on marriage. I might need to keep it traditional for now. It helps with tourism later, but we reduce the religion faction by 10, which is a problem if we allow open marriage. And I'm sure this one would help with something else. So I'm going to go traditional marriage at the moment. And then we're going to... What did he want? Protectionism. Disables all trade route offers and increase the standard export price. That's a problem. Because we've got trades at the moment. So for now, I'm going to do that one. We'll keep this as something to do eventually. And one other thing, once these guys are in, I need to get a second shipyard to get these guys in. Probably want to get a little road through these just to make it look a bit better. And this one's going to be for the rich tourists, right? So we're going to change this one then. We'll get this maxed out. I'm going to max out the money. This one's not going to be an economy liner. It's going to be luxury liner. So we need to research tourist port. There it is. We're going to set that one. That should be pretty quick because we've got knowledge stocked up anyway. We're just seeing what else there is to kind of unlock research-wise. And we want to change some of these, don't we? Let's grab the fast food joint work modes. Let's grab the movie theatre and the nuclear power plant ones. So this one now, I should be able to change to luxury liner. Upgrades is increased, but the passenger capacity is reduced. But it gives us the rich ones, right? And then what that does mean is we'll probably want to go into tourism. And we'll want to get something else going that, like a luxury hotel, right? Guess must be filthy rich. Well, it's quite expensive. Skyscraper must be rich or not. It's like a family resort. So let's grab the luxury hotel. We're going to get one of these bad boys in. And that's going to be right there. And I want to see how much money that can kind of bring in. So try and visualize a bit of a luxury estate down here. This one will continue with the other fun stuff. And we will keep pushing it out this way because I want to see how much money we can make truly off this. But here's the rich ones coming in. Let's see. So plus 22 tourists. We're going to need to... I'm going to quick build this so they actually stay here. And then we'll give efficiencies increased by 10% and we'll give this maximum budget. What's this? Permanently exclusive or permanently exhibition. Decrease the visitor slots by 2. The buildings preferred by cultural tourists. Efficiency of each museum of modern art is increased by 10%. Ooh... Okay, I might keep that standard for now then. And looks like we've got our corn in now, so I should be able to continue to do this. Let me just check my almanac for resources. I want to make sure corn is pretty high. It doesn't look too bad, so I think I can go ahead and modernize these guys now, which is going to... Corn is going to go wild. But we have a lot of farms, and I'm also stealing corn with my pirates. Modernize plantation. Okay, that's going to take some doing too. I'm just going to bin these guys out. I think I need another bus station. I've got the metro, so they should be using it. Add some more light to it. And let's see, there should be passengers. They shouldn't be living over here. They should be getting the train to work, right? My nuclear power plant research finished too. So I just want to see what you can get from it, because that means uranium enrichment. So electric output is decreased by 50%, but the upkeep and nuclear program, all right. Don't have bomb production. Not something we're going to be doing just yet then. Oh, wildfires. The price of all wood goods except for minerals are increased by 15%. Oh god, does that mean I might get wildfires? I hope not. I'm just having a look at the apartment here. Modern apartment. I need to unlock a research for that one. So there's eco apartment. Where's the modern one? Oh, there it is. I'm going to unlock this. I actually want to upgrade one just to see how it looks. Modernize it. Oh, holy crap, that's huge. I wasn't expecting this. Solar panel windows. This building requires less electric. Ah, very nice. Okay, we're getting into the skyscraper territory. That looks ridiculous right there. But this is going to look really cool when they're built up then. I've got no struggle with like logistics or anything at the moment. I've just been keeping a look on housing. Homeless is the poor. We've got a new tenement building coming in. Job-wise, we've got more farms coming in, so that's good. And yeah, maybe modern farming is the play then. Alright, where's this stuff then? Just grabbing in some random research. So I'm trying to see where the modern farm is. I did see it, right? It must be this hydroponic plantation. Let me have a look. Yeah, hydroponic plantation. Okay. We need to unlock this one. And what we'll do is upgrade the corns first. About 103,000 to do 29 farms. So I'll probably just do these ones first then. And then we get the environmentalist happiness. Good. We need to keep you guys happy. Let's modernize our farm. So what does that require now? Just electricity, actually. So upgrading those and getting the electric done will then improve these guys as we upgrade them. Good. And modernizing these. Look how small they are once you modernize them. Ah, I'm so happy. Does that then mean, do you even need the fertilizer at this point? Almost natural. Almost free of nature. That is cool. So we can really move all these farms in together once we've got them upgraded then. Right, let's continue to get these corns upgraded, because the more I get these done, the better it will be. I'll probably do this rubber as well. But all of this then feeds into what my metro can do just here. Let's get rid of these guys, and we'll get in. I'm thinking like some kind of tram line. And then these have a power requirement, don't they? They have 30 each. Okay, so I think we're going to need another nuclear power plant then. That's going to cost me 42k to redo this one. But the average money coming in is insane now when it ticks up. Look, it's just nuts, man. We're getting to that point now where we're going to start making millions, and I think the tourism's doing a big part on it. This, although we're not getting many in yet, it's actually in a negative until we get the rich guys in. But I need to give them a reason to come. I think for the most part, I should be able to copy this in soon. Yeah, we've got 30k about to be made right here from this guy. Probably need to double check my trades. Yep, we're all good. Let's check politics then. Let's see if there's anyone I can ask. EU, can I have finance, please? China, can you give me some financial aid as well? That would be great. And then I can copy this. Just creating nuclear jobs, you know. We're so good. I'm going to go ahead and quick build this so we can get our power consumption back and running. It shouldn't take long. And I'm going to need more Teamsters office with everything going on too. So let's get a few more in. Right, waste treatment facilities. We're going to get some more of these guys in. I think we need to keep scrubbing. Right, let's get this working. Let's see. We'll give this proper one. Oh, refuse incineration produces 4 megawatts of electric power per building. That's insane. Well, let's get that one up as well then. I can't get over that. So we're going to produce power just by having those alive. We're on plus 1076 anyway. But yeah, now I'm hoping to improve happiness because our opposition is catching up. So I need to fix my environmentalists pretty badly. Now we have a yacht club. I'll probably do this one over for the tourists, for the rich guys, because it needs to be out by the water anyway. So why not? And this will give us the extra happiness for these guys too. Right, we're going to go for a private landing on this when we can too, for the yacht club. I might actually have to give a speech for once. But yeah, I'm pretty sure if I can sort the environmentalists out, we're good. Oh my god, look at this expected revenue. Look at this production. This is insane. With all these upgrades, yes, it's obviously factored in other stuff. I need to increase everything really, but that's going to make some big money. Worth noting, with all of this production, we should continue to go for things like, you know, the cheaper stuff. You can obviously sign this, but like corn, we could obviously explore that now because we have so much of it. Maybe some milk. We're producing so much, just get rid, right? It's getting inspiring billboards in as well, so these guys are always going to drive through. As they come through the Teamsters offices, I think these will be good. Yours truly. What does this do? Decrease the pollution within a
Pleasure doing business with you, President.
There's the yacht club. We'll grab the capitalist standing. And ironically, just by getting that in, we're now back up. So we're going to want to put these by the bank for sure. But we'll get quite a few of these dotted around then. We'll just say El Presidente is an absolute legend. We'll go for recycle. We'll make sure he's happy. Didn't quite realize how good these billboards were. And also kind of hilarious. And what we'll do is get them on recycle. So if I can get billboards, say, like there, this one can be set to recycle as an example. And I reckon that will then start making these guys a little bit happier. I didn't quite realize how powerful they were, so I feel safe again. It can be done through more propaganda, right? TV station. Especially effective on children and retired people. Let's grab the TV station. This is a nice building, so it deserves a good slot. Most of our, with the majority of our housing being this way, this is good. I think TV station can go in this section. Like I say, it's by the schools then. And let's see what we can do with the TV station. So what's the basic settings then? Just liberty, isn't it? Channel 1 decreases liberty, but gives them Slightly increases approval of citizens every time they rest. Yeah, let's go with that one. Every time they rest, it will improve in quite a big radius. So if we get these guys upgraded now, we can continue with our corn, can't we? And we want them around the water treatment. So I can reduce the size of all these by upgrading them. I'm going to relocate these. We're going to free up so much space by getting these upgraded. So let's go into our government buildings now. Generates a profit based on the number of employees working across Tropico. The office, I feel like this needs to go over in this section, doesn't it? Kind of makes sense. It's kind of become the governmental bit, so let's go in there. And what does this get? It gets water coolers. Nice. Okay, our office is built. Let's have a look. I want to get the water coolers in. So this one generates money, it said. We've actually got plenty of research coming in as well. So I might look at Yacht Club and the wind turbine. Look at that. Propaganda's working. Environmentalists slowly but surely still ticking up. Let's have a look at this Yacht Club then. Easy sunset. Mucho importante. Requires an economic wealth level of filthy rich. Increase the fee by 100%. No. Look, I might keep it on default. This is supposed to be tourists only though, actually. I've just forgot. They are coming over. That's good. Workers are there as well. Give this a max budget. As the election's coming in, our standing's still okay, to be fair. Opposition's 35%, so it's pretty close. But I need to go in. Let's just double check the trades, because I opened a few. But actually, there's one edict I need to do. Do you want to finish these off, though? Nah, we're okay. Yeah, environmentalists still going up, so the indifferent ones should turn towards us. You might have trouble winning the upcoming elections since your current support is too low. Short-term measures that may improve are bribing faction leaders, fulfilling faction demands. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Just going to bribe all of the leaders here. Capitalists are fine. I'm good. How are you? Take my bribe. I think we need multiple radio stations too. Let's have a look at... We're on clinking coin at the moment, aren't we? So it decreases liberty, but then changes them to capitalists. So if I get another one of these, and we try and bring the radio station this side, has a big area of effect. So anyone within this radius will then start to come to my side here. He hopes. Or to capitalists, sorry. That's what we want. And then whilst we wait, we're going to try and get a few more of these statues in. Grab a couple of inspiring billboards so we get the, what's it called? People happy. Just dot these around. Wherever you drive, guys, you're going to like me. We do it on all the busy corners to improve everything. What can I do, man? What do you want, religious people? Who wants the gourmet restaurant? Alright, let's get a gourmet restaurant and I'm panicking a little bit. We can get one more of these. I think we're okay. I think I might put the gourmet restaurant out this way because we've only got a normal restaurant, haven't we? Let's put it for the rich guys out this side. Let's get that quick built. I'm wasting money, but I think it's going to give us 5 intellectual standing. This is going to help, hopefully. We're getting there. 33% opposition. I mean, the other side is to kill them. Spending a bunch of cash on bribes here with some of these just to get it up and over. We've got 7 months. I just want to hit 50%, so we're happy. Is there any edicts we can hit and turn on? Mandatory siesta. Let's get mandatory siesta on. This will get better. Decreases pollution. There we go. Let's get that bad boy on. That should make them happy. Readjust the ballots. Minus 20. Personal experience for each citizen who voted. Am I going to be alright? It's 4 months. I think I'm going to be okay because of that edict. Is there one more that we can do? Increase communist standing, decrease capitalists. Food quality, no. What about the world wars? What do we have? I should be doing this. Industrialization. Increase the efficiency of all agricultural. Increase the upkeep. Increase communist and decrease capitalist. No. I'll leave those. Mandatory waste sorting. That decreases conservatives but increases environmentalists. So that's the mandatory waste sorting. Conservatives there's less, so actually making environmentalists happy is not a bad idea on edicts. So I'm going to go for mandatory waste store as well. It's going to be a close one, honestly. The undecided is going to be the deciding factor here, but it looks like I'm getting there. Come on. And we managed to clean all our buildings. Nice. Good job. That's the moment of truth. It's hit and miss right now. I'm running a good place here. They should be voting for me, but we're not looking after them enough. It's obviously a little bit harder right now, isn't it? We're on 49% though on that, so all we need is 2% of the undecided to vote for us. Ah, wasn't too bad. Okay, we're all good. We are all good. So I've got plenty of time to work on them. Let's see what we can change now. So voting is all citizens vote. I'm staying pacifist for as long as I can. Keep the freedom of religion. Labour policy stays the same. Energy efficiency I'm still keeping as well. It's really good. Right, healthcare. I'm going to go for a hybrid system on healthcare. That's the one we're going to change at the moment. I think that might help, at least with the slightly poorer ones. It did take us a dip in some. I think it'll help some of the lower ones at the moment. So I think, yeah, conservatives would have been the problem. All right, Department of Economy is vacant. So let's start looking at these again. Some of these can help too. Increase the efficiency of buildings on maximum budget by 7% is insane. -5 pollution from industry buildings, or you get paid 85 Swiss dollars a month. I'm going to go for the pollution one. -5 pollution, because I think it's going to help the environmentalists without having to build too much in. And obviously I want to upgrade some more of these, because I think all of these gives better housing quality, like we say. I'm going to max up the apartments, and I'm going to modernize. It's going to be pretty expensive to do so, but that's okay. And then we'll get solar panel windows when we can as well. Grid's still good. This place is nuts, man. Alright, with this gourmet restaurant then, let's see, because we're still not getting luxury hotel people in. Gourmet restaurant. I might, should we leave them? On that exquisite wine cellar too. This should be tourists only though. I'm going to go for permanent exhibition, and part of this I'm going to get the art stuff over this way then to try and match this one. Just want to see what's going on in the yacht club. I think it has visitors. It's making pretty good income, so we're all good on that one. Want a skyscraper hotel near the Embassy of China too. I don't really know what the point of that will be. I think I can place it over here for this one for tourism and then move it, because I don't want this to be touristy. We're running out of houses here. We're getting there, aren't we? Homeless families. We've got 15 well-off but homeless, so... Although there's apartments. This is what I don't get. There's literally apartment space, but this has people in it. It doesn't make any sense. I'm going to go to the global protectionism just to fulfill the industrial, because we're losing this. I'm going to grab the industrial standing. It's pretty bad right now. And I'm pretty sure that stops the trade routes, doesn't it? Let me have a look. Oh, it doesn't. Okay. Does that mean it prefers the other ones? I don't know. Let's have a look what we can kind of do then. Let's grab some... Oh, disabled by protectionism. Yeah, you can't continue on with any. So it'll just sell as normal, which I think is okay. It just means you can't get improved relations with these guys. So if we open politics, that's the issue, isn't it? It does mean our exports are worth a hell of a lot of money, so this is going to be crazy when it comes in. Let's have a look how we can make the religion better. There is a bit we can do. I think we get in a couple more churches. I actually want to get one this way, so I'm having a look at the faith distribution. There isn't too many houses, but I'm going to get one over for tourists, should they want it. Actually, we'll stick it where these guys are yeah, there's good. Now, I have an idea, actually. There's something I've overlooked, and that is grabbing these, because they give different ratings, right? So I need to have a quick read. All children automatically gain a high school education. We've got the commando garrisons. So there's the Taj Mahal, Eiffel Tower, the Maui Heads. Increases the speeds of boats, freighters, and ships. Increase all tourist rating. Oh, that's pretty good. Provides fun to visiting citizens and tourists. Increase tourist rating. Oh, there we go. Improves service quality of visitors. Turns water to rum just like the real Middle Eastern man from 2,000 years ago. So, Christ the Redeemer. Let's get that then. Gonna have to try and heist that bad boy. I'm gonna start heisting some of these up to see if they help. As soon as my constitution can be rescinded, I'm going to be changing that. I've been placing these parking decks all over just to see if I can get more cars on the road too. And I am seeing more now. So the more you place, the more people are driving around, which is great. I can obviously increase those too. We're sitting in minus since I changed it over a little bit. But the tourists are still coming in and ticking us up nicely. I'm just really concerned about my support. Let's have a look at these edicts then. Let me just double check. I think this one's still really good to keep. This mandatory one is good because of the pollution. But what else have we got? On right to arms, I'm going to keep. The mandatory siesta might be a problem. The pollution was good, but the efficiency. Job quality is always good as well. It makes them richer. I think they're all okay that what we've got on, actually. Oh, there we go. Contraception ban. Decrease intellectual standing by 20. Increase religious standing by 25. We actually have more intellectuals, so we'd want to keep that up. It's actually not so bad. I'm okay. There's no election just yet. We just got to chill. Okay, so we've already built the yacht club. I hate these. They're annoying. Because I've already done a yacht club, although we want a yacht club for these guys too. I feel like because there's more capitalists, we have to do it. I do want to modernize the mine as well. It's a shame we can't do both. But we do have... Yeah, I mean, yacht club down here kind of makes... Oh, no, over here, actually. That's perfect for the rich citizens, isn't it? Cool, there's the yacht club. We'll take the capitalist standing just to keep them nice and happy. And this guy will probably get the private landing. Filthy rich tourists can use the building for departure. Although I want that on the other one, right? Increases the personal rating of tourists departed. That's a tourist one, so we're not going to do that. We can reduce the... Yeah, I think we'll just leave that as is, that yacht club. That'll be nice for those guys over there. Let's have a look at the lifetime income from this. Yeah, look at that. 100,000 just by having those offices. Do these stack? Office generates $2 based on efficiency per employed citizen. Per family. Conservative. Ah, so you want multiple offices. I think. These might look silly altogether, though, I feel. I mean, let's get a second one, see if it works. Oh, hello. So this is the guy to get Christ Redeemer thing. We're going to deliver tobacco. We have that. No problem. It's now 1978 too. What? This is nuts. You know what, I can't lie. Not having the trades open is actually creating some pretty big revenue. I just think I need to keep them happy. As long as we get an alliance, we should be fine. But they're all pretty low because I've just used them for money. Look at this. We've got 52k. Just look at this. Meat, hides, sugar. It's all just sat in here. Well, this one's a bit awkward because these are our biggest, happiest ones. I actually do want to modernize the mines, if I'm honest. I'll give it a go. They're not going to be the happiest, but we can make them happier over time anyway because we're converting them. They are at 94 anyway. So let's get the modernized mines. So automated mine. Don't have the money yet, but we are going to get this bad boy in. And there's the tobacco.
We did it.
We did it. We did it. We did it.
It's as cold as hell.
Deliver wood to Commando Garrison. Yep, we can do that. I think our constitution can now be rescinded. So we want to check these because we've got two new ones. We've got emigration. So decreases the chance of unhappy citizens staying in Tropico. Love it or leave it. Best country on earth. They're not allowed to leave. I don't want to do that. I think I'll leave it as free to go. And then media. State-controlled media or increase the revenue. No. Let's go for state-controlled media. And we're going to go for free trade. And we'll confirm those. Everything else can stay as is because we need that. Need our trade routes back in to make these guys happy. And there's a lot more money to be made. And there we go. Winter soldiers, we are back on target because we've got the wool. It wasn't wood, it was wool. You donut. Right, for these tourists then, we're going to get in our, what's it called? We want to get the museums. So we're going to get the mausoleum. And this bad boy is going to go actually back there a little bit. And I'm going to get in a little road. And then we're going to get the next one in, which is going to be the Childhood Museum. And the Childhood Museum, they're going to place over here. Right, let's have a look. Modernize this first mine. Beautiful. We'll take the 5 standing industrialists. And here we have it. The modernized one. The building requires additional 15 megawatts of power. The efficiency is increased. Decrease the amount mined from the deposit by 0.05. Might leave that. Decrease pollution by 10. That's always good. So this is our uranium mine. I'm just thinking aluminium. Let's get these. Ah, look at this. If I modernize though, do I not need that? Oh no, still can. It's easy lifting once you're upgraded, so yeah, leave it on that I suppose. We'll get all the mines up and running then because that's going to help a lot. All these modernized mines, I'm going to give them the maximum amount as well. This is really going to pump things up. We're on 1,300 now. Just keeping an eye on this. We've actually got 2 rich people that are homeless, so I think we need to get that sorted. And then I've got a few more that are homeless out this way, so I think the upper class isn't actually in, so we'll go for upper class only. Look at it, even just standard money now as it ticks up is awesome until we obviously lose our monthly amount, but that's okay. As long as we keep these trade routes coming, we are very good. I'm just wondering if there's a modernized fishing of some sorts. So I've gone through and just basically finishing all researches. So I've done all of these. 3 wheels needs to be done. That's every research under World War's done. Then we've got to get these ones. So I'll just start clicking them all. And then the wonders, are we there yet? Or are we still waiting for our raid to finish? It's almost there. Executing mission and then commandos are returning. So we can almost get our Christ to Redeemer. I'm going to start working on the monuments because hopefully that will bring in more tourism. Alright, deliver planks to commando garrison. There we go. They're on the run. So not a single person stayed at this luxury hotel yet, which is weird. I'm going to put the Custodian of Harmony on this and then Cryogenic Vault. What does this do? Requires 100 megawatts of electrical power. 1 stored citizen will decay per month. Wages are increased by 30. Workers are required to have college education. Dying filthy rich citizens will be stored in the cryogenic vault. I don't think I care about that. We mainly want to keep this so tourists come this way. And another dual demand. Modernize minus fine. Build offshore office. I'm going to go with build offshore office because it's something new. So if we have a look, what's this offshore office? Hosts a company of one of the superpowers, generate money at the cost of losing relations with the other one. Let's unlock it then. I'll give it a go. But this fits perfectly over here, doesn't it? And then we'll give that a bit of a bash. So this second office then, let's have a look. Let's go for consumer business on that one and we'll see how much this generates. It looks like it does. You can just have multiple of these and it will keep generating money. That's insane. And there's our quest complete. We've done the planks. I think we might be getting our statue really soon. And there's our offshore office. Let's take the capitalist standing. That's huge. And let me check out this building now because it's getting pretty crazy. I need to check my housing because I need to carry on filling this out. There's still a lot, isn't there? So we're fine. So we do plan on getting a few more in. All the homes need electrifying. And then I'm going to copy in a few of these. So I'm going to keep the rows coming this way. And how do I want to do this? Might have a path going that way. And then we'll probably stop at this point and we'll bring the road. Let me just check this. Yeah, that's perfect. We'll stop the road through here. I hate it when it does that connection. We'll do that instead. There we go. That's a bit more. Yeah, that's good. We've got so much room still. I mean, there's a couple of mountains. This volcano is kind of concerning too. Now, I was thinking this whole time we have this out here, maybe I need a Teamsters office this way too. I didn't actually have one. That might be slowing things down. Let's also get one. Add a second shift, and let's also go ahead and get in more of these guys. Because tourism work is hard work, isn't it? I need like a fence here, don't I? Stop these guys. There it is. Commandos are returning, so we'll have it very soon. We want to heist something else, don't we? I'm checking the Spy Academy. There's actually quite a few in here that we want to get. So maybe we go to Spy Academy. Immigrants arriving at Tropico are 100% happy and approve of our Presidente. Increases all tourist ratings. Provide fun to visiting citizens and no wealth requirement. That is huge. So we need a Spy Academy. So we'll grab that in a moment. Spy Academy coming in, baby. Oh, I think I saw Jesus walking among us. Yeah. Right, that's done. Is there something we want to grab in the meantime whilst we wait? I don't think I want to do anything with these guys. Oh, you can only do 1 heist per building. Okay, so maybe we want to do one from here then. Citizens cannot have die-hard political views anymore. That's interesting, isn't it? I kind of want this. The big Drasil, the giant tree. So we're going to go with that one. We've got enough raid points. Let them finish that mission, and then we should be able to get the Spy Academy. And this is ripe for the picking over here, isn't it? This is becoming like a bit of a governmental area, and it's really cool. We're going to build an office. We've got conservatives wanting to do this. So we've already got 2. Why not get a third? And we've got, I think there's 6 that we want total anyway for these, right? I don't have enough money yet, but I will have momentarily. I think they're on the way in. There it is. Right, we'll get one of these over this way. I think how we place that. I don't want them to be the same way, to be honest. So I'm back to back like that. It looks a little bit better, doesn't it? Because our Spy Academy is coming in. So we can queue that one up afterwards too. It is 1982, so we're still way ahead, I think. I mean, we're full nuclear power. We've got mass tourists. I don't know. We're doing good. And our spy base is done. This has different espionages we can do. Got loads of raid points. Colosseum of Rome. The overall happiness of citizens only take into account their food and fun. Increases all tourists. Statue of Liberty, though, seems to make sense, doesn't it? So I think I'm going to get that one queued afterwards. So we'll have both doing it. There we go. So we're going to work on both of these. And then after that, I think for this one, we can go on treasure hunts with you. No, we won't. We'll let them just continue because we've got them all working at the moment. Departing and then the spies are gathering. Good. Oh, look at this. Caribbean hype. Yes, we got an increase of these guys by 20%. So rum, tobacco, cigars, coffee, cocoa, chocolate. Even better. Oh no, minus 38,000. That's not good. We got anything coming in yet? Oh, we're good. Freighter was there. So that was close. We built the office. Let's grab that capitalist standing. So this office itself is going to be official. No, hold on. Intellectual faction, progressive business. They're all going to make us money anyway. So we'll see. And that wealth distribution, we have 156 that are rich, 56 that are filthy rich. I think it's time we got in some more mansions. And then just a couple of custom parks. I'm going to fill out this middle bit here because it's coming a bit of a hub. I want to keep this strip as is, though. I quite like it. But I think I'm going to have to deliver a speech this time. I can't let this one disappear. So we're going to have to acknowledge an issue. I mean, most things are looking good. I think we'll acknowledge faith happiness. We'll praise... I mean, capitalists are already happy with us, so we'll probably praise the religious faction. We won't blame anyone, and we'll promise... Oh, you cannot make a promise since people still remember that you broke one last time. Maybe that was why. So we're giving our speech. We'll see how well we do based on that. And whilst we do that, I'm going to modernize a few farms. Well, after the speech, I don't know what that's gonna do, to be honest. We'll see. Oh, there we go, 51%. We're good. So I'm at a point where I can probably condense a lot of these, because once they get into this farm, the fertility no longer matters, right? And we'll have loads of space. So I'll have good amounts of build space to get houses up around here should I need it. I think we've got the research for fun fairs done too, so I wouldn't mind having a look. Yeah, extra round, that's a good one. That's money right there. This has made a pretty good amount. It's not loads, but it's enough. In terms of tourists, I think I'm going to go ahead and copy a few of these, and we are going to get more in. They are permanently filling up, so it's fine. And why not have more drop off, right? I've just checked in 4 more Teamsters office. I'm going to try and get the freighters really pushing up now, and then we want our overall income just to improve too. Because I am still struggling. I'm not struggling. I keep getting big bulks from these, but we want to make it even more. So I need to actually have an income from these guys is what I'm thinking. So let's look at the homeless now. So poor, well off, and broke. So I think it's time for another tenement. Let's go ahead and hit that. So I'm filling all this out. I'm purposely leaving a bit of a gap to make them happier. Now, I kind of want to get this drone stuff up, this drone taxi. Because that's got to be money, right? That's what I'm thinking. I just need to get my power thing going. I definitely want to upgrade these buildings a little bit further. So we've got plus 201 on the grid. I think I can go ahead and get maybe one of these upgraded. So if I modernize that one, I'm also going to need the solar panels. That leaves us with 199, so I can get a couple more actually. So offshore company, I can invite someone. Not actually sure what it does. What does that do? Increase the resource prices. Resources with higher exports are cars and chocolate. What does that do? Monthly, oh, okay, maximum relationship modifier, you can take it down by 20, but you gain better prices with them if you have offshore. Ah, got you. So I wonder if it's time for us to go into another industry then, because we're not quite doing it. Most of it though, the problem, nickel and aluminium to produce batteries, this we can do, so let's get that ready. We're going to get battery plant in, because we've got plenty of aluminium on these two. The nickel factories will need to get up and running. There's going to be quite some distance between this. I've got 2 nickels here. And I think these are worthy of being upgraded, so we'll go with that one. Right, so we're going to get that in then. Battery plant. Oh wow, it's huge. Needs a connection, so let's go back here then, either side of the mine. We'll try and make that one have more efficiency afterwards. Cool, so we'll start battery thingies. I'll allow them voting for free at the moment because we're on the 51%, so we're doing really well. Right, so they want us to deliver cars to the Spy Academy or boats. Let's go with cars. We're making plenty anyway. I'm just kind of chilling. We're still only in 1984 and we are booming, to be honest. Economy is great. Well, it's up and down, but it's great. I will, once I've got these guys in, progress into deeper things with airports and stuff like that. So we've got this bad boy though. So where do we want this? I feel like the boats will have to come past it, right? So this is pretty damn cool if we can go out this way. But I feel like the rich ones should have it this side. So let's go in there and we'll take the road right to it. And I think they come in, yeah, they come and grab it in. Look, close selection victory, that's fine. We'll keep it as is for now. And look at the helicopters bringing that baby in.
Tropico says, Buenos dias,
And there it is.
Big J, as he arrives
We're not
at his
going to allow,
location atop the hill. From now on,
oh wow,
all
rum.
arrivals to
Does that
Tropico
create
will be
rum?
blessed
Oh,
with
it does.
his
Water to
spiritual
rum,
energy
right? That's
and the
crazy.
desire
That
to
is
hug someone.
absolutely crazy. And there we go. Well, I mean, nobody's perfect, but this is a very good example of not perfect. Look at penultimate. Oh my god. It's completely finished, I think. The heist is done. Is that yet another we can build? Yes, Big Drasil. So this is unique and powerful upgrades. Where would we put this thing? Because it grows. I feel like it belongs. Hold on, let me read on it. I feel like it does need to go over here. It needs manure, but I feel like the back of this golf course is like the perfect place for it, isn't it? Although it's showing that it needs to be... Oh, my thing's there. All right, let's get this moved. And we're putting Big Drasil over this way. I feel like it deserves its own bit. So this will grow up. Yeah, this is super cool if we get it in there. So we'll have to wait for this baby. This is not operational. What do we have? Root of nature. Focus on the nature overlay, adding effects and making buildings within the area affected by nature. Doubles the effect of trees. And then when it grows, you get nature is fun, and then nature is holy. Very cool. And there's our car to the Spy Academy as well. I can't even remember what I was doing with that. What is my Spy Academy doing? Oh, Statue of Liberty, isn't it? So it is. Well, that's pretty much it. We got the Cyber Operations Center that can do... Ooh, White House. Increase all tourist ratings. Edict activation and running costs are halved. Winter Palace. Increase all tourist rating. There is no wealth. Uprisings will target the Winter Palace instead of our Presidentes. Temple of Heaven. Increases efficiency of all plantations and hydroponic. Okay. Tourist vacation time and tourist fees are increased. Tourists stay longer. Increase all tourist rating. Wow, there's so much to do here. There's one thing I also haven't been checking in on, and that's inside the almanac. This. Liberty, happiness. As far as I'm aware, there's no rebel threat. Unless I start scanning. We seem to be doing okay. And then overview. Homeless is good. We're not looking great with EU, so we probably want to look at sorting that. Capital's at 100 approval, so we're all right. Is it EU that I've got in here? It is. That's probably why. Let's expel that then. I'm going to take those out, and we're going to focus on some EU trades. And there's one. Boats. What trades have we got? I think we're doing all right. We've got canned goods that's going to finish for them as well, so we'll slowly start building that up. I might need to praise them too. You need relations 41 plus. I'm just going to filter my top overview here just to see what's going on. I think we're processing so much in the way of these guys, aren't we? Bananas are storing, so that is one trade we can do, but for the most part, we're pretty good. I wonder how we're doing on batteries now. Corn is coming. We're just struggling with it a little bit. Cloth is processing into clothing, which is apparel. That's fine. Logs. I could probably get a couple more logs in. Paper's low. Leather's low. So we need one more coconut, a bit more of those, and then... Is it batteries? We have our first lot of batteries coming in too. Nice. So should we get some simple ones? Let's just double check here. We've got a little bit of housing. Jobs, it's okay. So what we'll go ahead and do is get a couple of logging camps, and we'll slowly build up this way, I think. And I'm going to get another coconut harvester in as well. So I think the area is pretty good here. We've got one of those too. I know it's not ideal having them all there, but that's fine. And then we'll chuck in a couple of flop houses. Probably one there and one there. We'll let those slowly build out. And I realize, obviously, we have 3 offices. What we could do, you can actually just get loads. So I can get more of those kind of in. But what I might do is dot them around a little bit to make this a little bit like bigger. That makes sense. Oh, here we go. Gangsters in the way. We're going to deliver the shellfish because I don't have the money. I've just upgraded a bunch of tobacco thingies, so we're going to have to get all these close by. I'm still not sure where to put them. I think I'm going to move them all this way. There's plenty of room for nature. Why does it do that? The road is literally... Oh, I've got a signpost in the way. Alright, healthcare to paid healthcare or market comment. I don't like protectionism, so I'm going to go with the capitalist ones. Healthcare to paid healthcare. Probably the smartest one to do. I just don't need to do it just yet. And then what's things we should do here? Done all these research. Let's look at world wars. Have we done everything here? We have. Cold Wars, pretty much. Let's go for spelling bee, nuclear test, childhood museum, and that's all of them done. And then I'll just queue up a few of the other ones. And with all those upgrades, we are going to need to get some more power in. What I'm going to go for is probably electricity via like a solar power plant. It's pretty expensive though. Although offshore wind turbine. And what do we get from a wind turbine itself? An issue with housing quality. I think we unlock the solar power plant and we aim for getting those in. And I think these cigar factories also are going to need to relocate. So I think if I get them in this bit... I can see corn, we probably need to get a bit more in. Maybe some more Teamsters offices too. We have loads, but we've got to be really careful with our money. It's up and down like you wouldn't believe still. Although then I look at this, right? Look at these batteries. 51k in there. But we're so close to losing if we're not careful, man. But let's get our solar power plants in. Where do we want this to go though? This, I don't think has a problem. Let me just double check. Solar power plant. Yeah, it's not bad, so we should probably squeeze them into these areas. I don't want to cover the farmland, but I feel like we should put them where houses potentially can reach. And I think I'm okay with it this end. That should bring us back into the plus. I'm going to get a second one of those. I've just got to play it sensibly. All right, policy of detente. I'm going to issue it just to get the happiness. There's no converted anything because we're okay. And we'll take the environmentalist standing, which didn't actually do anything. Let's look at our wealth distribution. Look at this. Most are well off and rich. We've got 11 filthy rich now, which is pretty damn cool. These guys are almost full, so we're going to need more mansions too. And I think I'm just going to go around the back. So what we're going to need to do is some kind of road. I don't really want to do it from here, if I'm honest, but that makes sense. I'm not happy with all of these. I need to get rid of this. Here we copy the tenement and we get that in this bit. That should help with a bit. Let's get rid of these and we're going to also go into something else. How much power? 90. So this is producing... There we go. We're in a plus. So everything should be back in. I'm just building out a couple of offices and what I'm doing is I'm going to stick one this way. This does require workers, but I think it'll look cool for the tourist area, and it's an easy way to keep a back end of this. But look at our tree coming in now. The manure needs to go in, and then it grows. This is so cool, man. It brings money too, which is awesome. And with the constitution being able to be changed again, I'm going to put the hybrid system on healthcare again, and let's see if there's anything else we can do. Early retirement increases job quality. Let's do that. I'm trying to make people happier. So I think that might be the play. I'm just working on relocating all of this food stuff around properly and making sure we clear all this area. So the quicker I get all these closer, the better it will be for selling, which is already working out. Look at this. The freighter's not even here yet, and this has 52k in. Going to go up a little bit more before they even have a chance to get here, and trucks are continuously trying to pump everything in. So it's 60,000 there. So as long as we can keep those trades coming in, we are loving life. And I'm honestly thinking about getting another one of these in this section. So I need to move this stuff around. And honestly, this beekeeper is doing nothing for me now. Let's relocate the parking. And let's just tidy this area up. I keep getting the same from these guys. So we want to probably help the Constitution in the industrialists here. But they're really not helping too much, I can't lie. And I'm going to get this over this way. We're going to move the chocolate factory out this way. It's going to be here. I need a road to come across and down. And then down there. So what we're going to do is get these moved. I don't know if you need the manure spreaders anymore either, guys. I really don't know if you need it after you get these upgrades in. It is a bit weird. I'm not sure. And as we've got the car factory and stuff in here, I'll probably still leave that. We've got plenty of room then if we want to up our industry, which I think I'll do because we need to keep pushing money. I'm trying to understand how you force them to drive instead of doing the other things. Is it just a case of putting parking decks everywhere, you know? Who knows? I've just upgraded these mines too, so it's all getting pretty crazy. I also need to remove this commando garrison. I might just put this out of the way. And then with those upgrades, I'm going to need another one of these guys. And I'll put it at the back there as well, so we'll start filling this out. I think I can get another... I've been calling it a...
Presidente.
What's it called? Water thing this whole time, but actually it's a waste treatment. So this would be good at the end of here somewhere. Alright, Department for Foreign Affairs is also empty, so we're going to come back in. We've got vacant positions across them all. We get 70, like none of these really matter for me. Police stations will provide infantry squads, that's always good. Foreign Affairs, 4 multiplied by the value of highest superpower relations generated as knowledge. No. 5% export, increase overall tourism rating. Yeah, let's go for the tourism rating. Increase job quality of all buildings by 2. I think job quality by 2 is actually really good. So this one, good old days, the tourist stuff. Wear old-fashioned clothes. Decreases intellectual standing by 15, but conservatives goes up by 10 and religious goes up by 10. Intellectuals, conservatives, and industrialists. That would work if we do that edict. And actually, I feel like that could be kind of funny. We'll issue that edict and see how much that helps. We went up 2%. That's not bad. I'm going to get this cannery stuff moved over so it's not so far from the buildings. We've got plenty of space now, and we really should be doing it. So all of these farms need relocating down this way. And we'll clear this section out completely. So I want things to move over. And I'm just double checking. I think our toys and stuff might need to also move. The wood is starting to struggle, isn't it? Let's relocate our toy factory more this way. And I think the rest of these, they're all chopping this section. It's doing okay on that, to be fair. And then we'll get the lumber mill relocated as well. So they can start using these. What's this? Furniture factory. Let's get that relocated. So just moving them all over a bit. And then let's get a couple more metro stations so they're dotted around to where they want to go. Get one there. Tempted to get a metro station out this way, but I don't want to decrease these guys because there's a bit of a crime rating. Maybe here. I'm going to look for this police blimp now. There it is. One police blimp. And it says, I honestly don't know where to put this. So if we've got a police station out this way, let's get it kind of out here, I think. Just for the lower quality zone. I'm thinking I'm going to get the power grids through here now, the solar power. We have so much farm work going, it's actually insane. Right, I need an edict because I've got people that are retired. Let's go for the conservative standings, good. But we've got people retired that can't do anything. So I think retirees, we're going to need like these. What is it? Which one is it? There's one that can help. Got to be a building that can put... Broke citizens can afford to live in it. Okay. So we need to build a bit of a rough area for these guys. For our retirees. Because if we open our almanac at the moment, we're getting more and more homeless. And if we look at the broke ones, there's 58. And they're retired. So we need these, basically. Or is there like a retirement home or something? I don't think there is. So it's going to have to be these. Deteriorates over time. So, I mean, I do want to stick these. We're going to put them out this way. I'm going to do a speech for the next election. I don't know how to do this faith happiness. I'm going to praise the Conservatives. I'm not going to blame anyone. And then I'll promise better healthcare because it is better faith. Sorry, it's the only one. So when they ask me for something, I'll do it. Right, I've done my speech. We're at 48%. I've put all these to let it rot, but I've noticed that you can hit renovate to fix it up. And that got rid of quite a few of our broke ones for now. So we want to basically copy these. We can electrify them as well. So we're going to build just a retiree block this way to fix it all. I don't know whether to give them like a church and stuff. Probably. Not right now, though. And look at this police blimp. Let's check this out. Increase movement speed of the blimp. I can set patrol. Just going to blimp across this bit so it continues to do surveillance. And there we go. We're down to 96. So even more coming in, but as they come in, hopefully it fills it up. I don't know whether to increase the budget on these two, but it is reducing the homeless at least, so I might have to fill this as just a horrible section. I'll hide it with trees, it's fine. We'll get a couple of nice parks and stuff in. Right, it is time to probably do something else though. We have quite a lot of stuff in. I haven't really done any military. I don't plan on doing it, but I want to get the shopping mall in. Service quality is pretty good. There's some good jobs on it too. I feel like I can either have it this way or in here is pretty cool, isn't it? We could potentially have two though. Seems a bit much to go this way. Might get it in there and then maybe one over this way at some point. Let's have a look. Packing service, visits, work shifts. No, we'll keep it as is. Luxury outlets. Pay an additional 10 and air conditioning for job quality. Yep, that's a great idea. What's the grid looking like? Plus 206. Good, that was a big purchase. The town is crazy. It says close, but we're actually double. I need to stop worrying too much. It's absolutely fine. I think I'm going to leave all as is. We're in 1994 now. Let's actually look at some of our trade routes because we've only got a couple left. That corn one's been running for quite some time. Apparel's nearly done. Fish is nearly done. So is there anything better that we can do? Something like cars is always easy. I can also do boats. And cigars. We have so many of those. And jewelry. That'll do for now. And we'll try and fulfill this faith happiness now. I just struggle with faith, if I'm honest. We were going to get another cathedral though, so maybe that's the one. And would you look at that, we only have 39 homeless again, so these have completely filled out. I am going to make these nice, just letting it tick to get our money up going, just before we push tourism a little bit more. I've got a couple of houses this way that we're trying to fix. And honestly, they're disappearing, they're coming on into these houses, so we just need to check. We've got broke, uneducated and retired. What are you doing over here? You should be in this junk. Now, when they're broke, there's not really anywhere they can go, right? So I don't even think even the buses can do much. What I can do is get another bus station at least. And I feel like I want to utilize this space a bit better. But for now, it doesn't matter. Let's just chuck it in. This one's going to allow a bus stop from here into town. What is this? Plus 10 intellectual standing if I spend 5,000 of my Swiss. Let's do it. Wow. Okay. We'll take it. Yeah, you like me. Just because I can... Oh, maybe that's what I need to do. More broker stuff. Anyway, let's start a bus stop right in the middle. And we'll end it over this way. Where's all the shops and that? Groceries. They want to come and do groceries, don't they? Bless them. So let's go... they can come over this way. And we'll see. I'm sure they'll get people in. We could do free transportation too, actually. Yeah, we'll do free ride on that one, because these guys have no money. We're on 50 of 60. I still didn't get the cathedral in, so let's get that going. I'm trying my hardest to get them happy. And I am going to stick it right in here. That's 2. Oh, I feel like over here is the play. It seems a bit silly, though, so let's get it in there. Tourist rating is currently at 90 now. I wonder if I can turn this on. Let's turn the luxury hotel back on, see if I can get this to bring in some more. I've got some more entertainment to fill out in this area anyway. I've got loads to get in. And we want to get the large hotels. So if we come into tourism, we've got the skyscraper. And I really want to get one of these babies in. Or by one, I mean, I want to get a couple of these guys in. So I'll get one there, and then maybe one next to the museum. Now, here we go. Sorry, looking through contraception ban. Increase... Yeah, decreases intellectual, but increases religion. Let's issue the contraception ban. What that'll do is then... Yeah, that bumped us up quite well, didn't it? Okay, the intellectuals won't like it, but religious are now at 81, so we can't really complain with that, can we? Can't please everyone. Wonder if that'll increase that faith happiness up in time. Okay, we got these giant hotels then. I'm going to give these max budgets. We're going to give them all of the actual floors that they want. And we're going to just see if this brings in even more tourists. I see 93 on there, so it is already bumping. I think I want to lay out some more roads here then. Because I feel like this can continue to make so much money. What I find infuriating is that you can't stick a road to attach to that, if that makes sense. So I might have to custom park that. That's okay. Let's bring you this way. We'll give ourselves a bit of an area to work with, and I'll make this nice and pretty, and then I think I'll bring you continually this way, and we'll want to get some more stuff in. I feel like one more Teamster's office over here is probably really sensible because we want to move things around. Just go around filling in some greenery around these buildings. That it makes the world of difference. Looks really nice. Just filling in what could make this look much better. And just that there, man. Look at that greenery coming in through there. That looks awesome. And I do plan on upgrading most of these. I am going to keep bringing in the... So population will boom now that we've got contraception ban in place. But that's okay. I'm just going to keep an eye on it because it's just hit level 1. Increases birth rate even further, so that's great. Alright, they're at 55. Will it go any higher though? That is the question. It's quite tricky, isn't it? I did see this though. Fish farm. And these things are pretty nuts. So what I'll do... we've got normal fishing there that we won't change. Where would we want to fill out fish farms? I feel like this could fit. Good like this. And then hopefully I can pull a road through here. Like that. We'll get a couple of fish farms in. I think I can get a little road there. And then I can do the same. Can I bring one around there? I think I'll leave that. We'll get a couple of fish farms. I feel like that might help. And I want to produce more shellfish as well. I think these coal mines need modernizing. And also need the filter systems when we can. Ooh, look, we've got our upgrade for Big Drasil. Nature is holy. Oh, it's quite big. Nature is fun. Look at it keep growing. That looks awesome in there. I love it. The make tourist rating should be stupidly high, right? 91. Yeah, that's pretty impressive. Well, Faith hit over 60. I think we did it in time. I wasn't really watching, so I think we're good. It's still ticking up too, so this, I mean, isn't too bad, is it? And there's our shellfish. Lovely. Are we about to get our third thingy? I'm wondering if where we put it. I think the Statue of Liberty probably needs to come out here. Goes on the water. It would be nice if I could squeeze it in there. Look at that. We're only on 3 homeless now. It's working. Got plenty of houses. I'm running out of jobs, so we're going to need to up this.
Elections, Presidente.
I'm going to allow them to vote. I think we'll be fine on that one. I'm going to buy all the remaining trade licenses because we're doing good on money now. I've got to do a Russian import, so let's sign a contract for 2,500 hides for Russia imports, and then we can export some other stuff. Look at that, boats for plus 91%. And there it is. Have an active trade route for all trade licenses, finally. Money's coming in though. I think tourism is also booming because I've been putting extra ones in. I need to make sure I've got all of the floors. And we max out the budget. These guys all making good income if I look. And I really want to see if this is actually doing anything yet. Still don't think this one has come in. I'm going to put it back to normal. I don't know how I get more people using this one. I think the main thing is getting everything else in, right? There's this family resort that we also want to get. It looks like some kind of water park, so if we get it in between these 2 hotels, that would make sense. Is there anything else? Ethnic conclave. Provides fun. What even is this? That kind of makes sense going out here, right? Let's put it there. Alright, as money's coming in, as you can see, we are looking beautiful. I've added those extra ones in. I want to do this. Rich or filthy rich tourists will arrive via airplane. Maybe that's why. So we're going to need an airport, a very first tourist airport. I really don't know where to put this. I feel like over here makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Why do I need the roads then? Maybe this way. And then I should be able to get a road coming from this across. That makes a lot of sense. Alright, build a gourmet restaurant near the Embassy of China. I can accept that one. We're keeping standing as high as we can with all of them. So I just want to show you my politics here. It's pretty damn good from all the trades. We've got so much industry pumping out now. And our heist is complete for thingy also. And there's one other thing I want to do, which they're not going to like that much, but it's to get a metro station this end so they can actually get in to all this should they need it. We'll get the parks and stuff, and we'll need some services. So I'm going to need a fire station, which I think is okay to... It seems a bit silly to go there, doesn't it? Let's get it this end. Right, I'm going to get a random blueprint, see what we get. Dome habitat. This really doesn't fit in very well. It's like... Although, this dome habitat would probably look quite nice if I were to use it this end. I don't know, let's do it. Just get one in anyway. I'm just going to check power consumption here. Plus 323. I need to maximize the budget. Plus 941. We still haven't done the 25%. I'm going to leave them to vote freely. And I'm really just going to look in to see how much is kind of stacking up in these. Just to see if we need more Teamsters. There's a little bit. Maybe one more Teamster then. Although, no, you know what? I'm going to go into something a bit different. And that is the drone delivery service. And I need to then get into drone making. Or I can import drones as well. And we'll leave the Constitution as is. Because I like the birth rate. It's coming in crazy amounts. I'm going to quick build this drone delivery service. So I see no route configured. Have I got to do the route? Okay, apparel to there. Confirm new route. Empty in stock. So we need to get some drones. So if we come into industry then, we have this drone factory, don't we? Let's unlock that one. Let's pop this thing in. I'm actually excited for this because if we can pump drones out, let's quick build this as well. I've got money just to do that now. Logistics drones, batteries and aluminium. We can do that. We're going to give this maximum. And we're not going to allow export of drones. We're going to keep them internally for now. And then we're going to add routes from our main thingies, juice, to here as well. This is super cool. Going to take quite a few routes, but we want mainly the actual buildings, right? So chocolate to here. You can only have, is it 3 routes per? It is 3 routes per drone station then. So we'll test to see if that kind of frees up our Teamsters now. I'm just going to look at the other tourism hotels now. Capsule Hotel. This is kind of nice looking. And we can add it on top to... I want to quick build that. Misery Loves Company. Each employees are forced... No, I'm going to leave it. Reach for the sky and built-in elevators. So how do I do it? You build it on top? Oh, you do. That's cool. Okay, so you can keep building it up. Can I shift build that? I can if I do this. Alright, let's see then. That is a lot of residents, isn't it? Costs a fair bit of money, but that's cool. Let's have a proper look at this capsule thing then. That is so strange. I'm going to copy another airport in next to it. I think we can have it so it's like 2 lines, right? And we'll quick, the money is flying in there like you wouldn't believe. I think the drones are making a difference, but we're going to put luxury airliner on this. And I'm also going to get all the upgrades. Then it's about maybe pumping in a couple of these. So I'll get a second one of those, and then we'll get in more of the skyscraper ones. Have they got all the upgrades? They do. We'll get a couple more of those in as well. I really want to build this area. And then is there anything else, tourism or luxury entertainment we want to get, like a casino? We'll get the Opera House or Opera House. What am I saying it like that for? Museum of Modern Art. Let's start with that one. Also, beach. There is so much. And right by the circus. That's pretty cool there, isn't it? The beach one. And we'll get like a cabaret and things like that in. And I'll probably have a row of them this side. So it's like its own little village. Casino by the hotels. A nightclub. Yeah, go on. We'll have a nightclub here for all the locals too. I want to see how much an airport makes money-wise too. Depends on the passengers, I guess. Right, tourist rating's down to 87, so we might need to try and get... Let's just see what causes a minus. I don't think it's anything. All of this is going to go up, isn't it? I'm just seeing if the rich ones come in on this one. I think they are. So that was a luxury airliner. That should be rich or better. But I'd like to see them in this. Museum of Modern Art is in. Recent. We'll keep it as is. Hopefully we get some visitors there too. So all this came in. Cocktail time. Go with that. Children are not allowed in this one. We'll leave it for children at the moment. We might have a separate one this side then that's for children only. I don't know whether to modernize. We need to electrify all these actually. I don't know whether to modernize these bad boys. We've got 20 of them that aren't done and they're out this way. We do need more power again. So let's see how the drones are doing now. There should be some in, right? Yeah, we got 50 logistics drones. So we probably could... Yeah, we've got so many. We need to allow export of those. That is insane. So I'm going to copy the drone deliveries. We lose a little bit on them, but I think that's okay. So I'm just going to get in a couple of these and we'll fill in. I say a couple, let's get a few. Now, I'm just closely watching to see if any drones come in. They are definitely flying around. I can see them. Look at this. They're everywhere. Each one has 52, so these things are nuts. So we're going to add routes now for some other things like cigars, which are over this way. We may as well chuck them in that one. Just adding crazy amounts of routes, man. Just trying to see what we need. So you can like do corn to these. Absolutely insane. And literally since installing these drones and getting this birth rate up, everything's just gone through the roof. It's crazy. So let's get the drones pushing towards this dock as well. I've set up quite a few drone routes now. So once they're stocked, the rest can be sold. I wonder how much the export is costing me. Either way, what I do know is it's pretty damn insane. So let's come back over to the tourism. And we see our exclusively rich residents now. And these are going to start bringing in some cash. So hopefully we can level out the money we wasted. So I'm going to get in some more of these. And we don't want it too far, too close to the airport. But it doesn't actually matter, I don't think. Let's cover this part. And round the tree is quite nice, isn't it? So we'll get a few of those in too. Look, drone taxi. Transports people to their destinations within area of effect. Look at this. If you work nearby, you can get a drone taxi here, guys. And I'm going to quick build this because I need to see what this is all about. Taxi drones. We need to make passenger drones, don't we? So we need another drone factory for these. All drone types. There we go. So, can you get a taxi drone to one location and then move to the next one? Equal service. Drone taxi only serves... we'll leave it as equal service. I feel like you could probably get a drone to one place and then drone to another, you know? What I'm going to do is move this about. I'm going to get one down this way, and then I'm going to get one over this way. One this way, and then one drone taxi service into the commuters this side. Now I'm going to keep a close eye on homeless. No one's homeless. That's poor. That's awesome. And the other side of power is offshore wind turbines. So we can stick these, I think, on the water. Not sure how we'd build them. How close can they go? We'll start with a couple of those. We'll have them offshore this way. This is nuts. I absolutely think this game is insane. Like, really, really good. Right, Cyber Operations Center. Oh, this is going to fit so nice over here, man. Get it next to our Spy Academy here. And then let's just keep a close eye on happiness. So healthcare is still pretty low. It's the only one, actually. So healthcare and fun. We didn't get our opera house in, did we? Let's get one of these in too. And let's put it this side. Near our rich folk. I think a gourmet restaurant near the embassy. This can be exclusively for embassy members as well, actually. Let's quick build that one. Because there is a setting for it. We'll give it the exquisite wine cellar, and we can have dignitaries only. Increase the standing of superpowers.
You have done as we asked.
Lovely. I'll take the Swiss dollars. All children automatically gain a high school education. This one's pretty nuts, isn't it? I'm going to heist the Registan of Samarkand. Then the Commando Garrison, I don't think we can do any more. Is that all we can do? Cyber Operations Center. Got to finish the building. Is that... I don't know. We'll see. We'll start with the pirate one anyway. It's now 2009, so we've pushed through quite a bit. Let's take a proper look. So with a bit of the trees and stuff coming in over here, it looks nice. But it's about time I probably did a bit more in and around these buildings, right? So we'll make this area a little bit nicer. And did I check my battery plant upgrades? I did. Okay. What about you guys? Okay, physical inspection as well. Nice. There's quite a few different ones I didn't quite do. Let's check in on our rich citizens now. So let's see. Tourist rating's actually dipping a little bit. Is it because there's like rebel threat or anything? No, actually, we're good. Communists absolutely despise us though, which is quite funny. But other than that, we're fine. I'm just building this cocktail bar over here, but this one's going to be the upper class. And we're going to give the one-way mirror. And I'm going to quick build my Cyber Operations Center. And then when these are built, I want to check in on the efficiency of these guys. So, what does it produce? Not that much, 81. You can blow away smog and pollution from these. I mean, they're not too bad, right? We can get those upgraded. I can invite a Middle East to an embassy. I probably should have done that a while back, to be honest. We've got 3. We can get 2 more embassies in, so we're covered then. And I think we just got our upgrades for the fish farm. I don't need the upgrades for them. What about the drone taxis then? Are they working? Passengers. There is people being transported with them, so that's good. I will wait. Don't you worry. Alright, my hotels are all popping now, making some money, which is great. That one never will, but the others are. There are lots of rich people coming in. This capsule hotel is making a lot of money. It can go up to 8. Absolutely raking it in from tourists now, guys. I finally hit a corner where I'm just loving it. I'm so rich. Alright, let's open our raid screen there and see what we want to grab. Tourist vacation time and tourist fees are increased. I'm going to grab this castle. I think that's next. So we'll start raiding that one too. And let's invite the Middle East and Russia. So we've got everyone in. I'm fairly certain our political standing is stupidly high with everyone apart from the EU. Uncover up to 5 hidden roles. And there we go. Quest is complete, so we're all good to continue on. Alright, should we get the balloon tours as well? This sounds like a good time, and we'll keep this... This can't be near the airport, I don't think. Let's put balloon tours over this way. I want to give this a maximum budget. And we're going to go... Reduce this passenger. I'm not going to do that. We don't need money. I'm going to keep the balloon tour. High speed. No, I'm not going to mess with that either. And we need to configure a route. So we're going to say the route goes between our statues. So we can go... They basically take a balloon ride over the area. We'll see. It's so cool I can set it all up. Now, did I get it in? Let's get our Statue of Liberty. I can get it in right there. Look at this. Although we have 2. Yeah, let's go there, though, because I think as they come in... Would have been nice to be facing that way, though. I think as they're coming in, yeah, let's put it there. And there it comes. Oh, the boat's going through it. I'm not happy with that. That's not okay. Hajj Day's Night. Got to wait 720 days. So I'm just going to relocate this one because of where the boats came in then. So I think maybe there. It does say tourists can come here, but I think I want to keep it out for those guys. We're almost on 2,000 pops. It's gone pretty crazy. I'm getting there on houses, but we're okay still. We only have 4 homeless, so I can't complain too much. I'm going to grab this drone home delivery service as well. So it says this one will deliver to homes wherever they are. I'm going to try it. Fast food or premium meals. We'll go premium meals. Set delivery area. Oh, look, this is so cool, man. We're going to allow all the mansions to get home delivery, should they require it. Right, I'm going to grab this fusion reactor. And I've got to put this in a place where it isn't going to be too bad. I think he is okay, isn't it? Ah, there's a beach. Lovely. There's our fusion reactor. Quick build that sucker. I don't think it needs anything. I'm going to get it everything that we can. Production's increased and gold fusion. There's a tiny daily 0.3% chance that 12,000 will spontaneously be produced as a byproduct. Scientific staff become super inspired and generate it. Oh, okay. Definitely do the gold fusion then. What does that put our power on then? 1,800 spare. So we can probably upgrade everything now. I'll spend 15,000 so my hackers can carry on. I'm going to modernize them all. And we'll go solar panel windows. Let's see where we're at. I think our network balance is still really good. So all of them are upgraded. Look at that 100,000 freighter right there. I want to just check in on our food service delivery. Yeah, it's actually making a profit. The drone to home delivery. And the castle has landed. We have finished. And I'm going to copy this one. And we're going to get drone deliveries for someone else. Probably just get them all up this way, though. I'll get 2 more, and we're going to try and fill the area. So we'll get fast food for these guys, right? Look at drones just zipping around absolutely everywhere. We're only in 2014. This castle, then, is beautiful, but it is going to be a tourist attraction. And where do we feel like up against the volcano is where it should go. That's exactly what I'm going to do. It's going to go over this way, and I'm going to try and get a road going across to it. May even bring the road around, actually. There we go. And there's the rest of the castle. This area looks insane right now. I definitely got everyone upgraded. Yep.
Election is a landslide.
And that definitely is a landslide. Holy moly. I think we've made everyone pretty happy with our new thingies. So can't complain at all. Alright, should we get in a roller coaster now? So I want 2 of these. I'm going to put one for this area. And I feel like this will go nicely by the castle because it is like similar looking. So I'm just going to quick build this one. Give it the maximum budget. G factor 2, and we'll give this service quality upgrade as well. We'll make that one tourist only, and then we'll get, you know what, the aqua park. So I've just got that much money now, I can keep getting them in, and that feels like it fits there too. We'll keep it fresh and clean. We'll give all of the upgrades on it. We'll say tourist only, and then what I'll do on the other ones is maybe one more thing. Movie theatre this side. I'm just smashing through them now. We'll give just blockbusters, I think is okay. Oh, 3 madrasas and a trading dome. Didn't think we'd ever get back to Tropico. I think you did it, mate, didn't you? Have we got it? Yes, we have. I feel like this also should be touristy. I've got so much now. I feel like over here it's getting pretty out of hand if I go near this ugly bit though. So I'm going to have to paint in a bunch of trees. We're going to say big trees, big brush size, and we're going to hide this. Don't worry guys, you won't see what's going on over there. It's fine. So we've kind of hidden with a dense forest. I feel like that's pretty cool between this section and the city. Costs an absolute fortune to put trees in. Who'd have thought, right? And we're officially on 2,000 population. It's just gone back down, but it's coming back up again. How are we looking on jobs? I think we're still okay. And look at all these drones waiting to load in the dock. That's how insane this actually is now. Even with them dropping resources, we're just never running out. Even this one with just the trucks going in are doing really well too. I've just built this courthouse. I've got a Ministry of Information and a Trade Institute coming in. So the courthouse I've got set to business law. So it generates $50 on base efficiency per offshore office and office each month. So actually not bad at all. And there's due process. No approval if we arrest someone, which is pretty cool. And just been chucking in some nice trees and stuff around the area to really start to make everything look crazy. But honestly, this build is nuts. And what does this do? Ministry of Information, we're going to turn up. And we're going to earn you, every time a citizen's role is uncovered, we earn 25 Swiss. You were warned about impending uprisings. There's a chance 50% to negate rebel strikes. We'll take it, but we're not really struggling. And then the other one is the Trade Institute. We're going to increase the number of provocable trades by 1. Going to give this maximum. We're not going to mess about with anything else. It says calm markets. Export goods by 10%. Reduce the monthly trade impact from export goods by 10% per worker on base efficiency. Or we can generate knowledge. That's about it for these guys. I've got room for a little bit more, so let's have a look at our government and finance. And the last one that we want is actually... Oh, you can get multiple banks, to be fair. I need one of those over by the tourist area. But it says this Tropico farm uses larger amounts of electricity to generate a coin. Look at this, look. Use all the CPUs. So how much power does this thing use? 250 NFTs. Look at this. You can purchase the great... Ah. Fake mining real. Fake money to make real fake money for real. The Tropicoin farm doesn't mine any new Tropicoin. It pretends to mine coins to manipulate the market and get everyone excited. Oh, we'll leave... I think I'm just going to leave it as is. And we'll just kind of let the Tropicoins go up. But we're officially over a milli there, as you can see. So I'm going to let this play and continue to build out our population with all the houses for now. We have plenty of homes, not that many jobs, so probably need to make some more. We've got these two. So I've got Agriculture Tower, which I'm going to unlock, and the Synthetic Food Lab. So this cultivates chosen crops. I feel like this is a good zone for it. So I'm going to get one of these guys. I'm going to quick build this. What does this do? Reach for the sky. So this can just keep going. So then we just build on top of this, right? And we it takes manure and will output corn. I'm going to change it to banana. So if we build on top of it then, and just keep playing, I can keep going on top. And it requires manure. So we can have all our corn in this. This thing's nuts. So we'd go straight into factory ranch, and you'd basically just spam in some stuff that can go into this, right? So I think you need just some manure spreaders. I'm going to stick 3 in here when I count all 2. And I quick build these. Concentrated spray. So it goes into there. And then I think the manure should go into here. Yeah, look at the output of this. This is just crazy. Cool. And then we've got this synthetic food lab to grow either meat, milk, cheese, or coconuts. Coconuts would be great for, what's it called? Paper. So I'm going to stick this over here. And we're going to quick build this because I want to see what it's all about. We're going to say hairy brown spheres. And we're going to reach for the sky extra chewy. And that's where we can get to, is it? So what does this do? In is corn and rubber. Out is coconuts. So we want rubber. Hydroponic plantations that are rubber. And then 2 corns as well. So we'll get these guys in. Everything's upgraded. We'll get selective breeding on these guys. So what should happen is these will then push into this. Yeah, these towers are insane, man. Honestly, just insane. So I can let this just continue on. And everything is just kind of out of hand. I can't lie. It's got so much money coming in. Everyone's happy. How's our coin doing? Look at that, look. It's just crazy. But yeah, I'm going to continue smashing in some bits. I'm pretty sure we've done every research now as well. So everything is done in every era. So I don't need anything else to do. 1 or 2 things I want to do before I finish smashing in a bit more is get I need a bank over in the touristy section. Because actually this is built up quite considerably now. And I'm going to get it just here. And look at our tourist area, guys. I think our tree is ready to be upgraded once again. So we've got pacifying nature or depressing nature. Release prisoners have a 25% chance of never turning criminal again. I mean, we'll go with that, right? I'm going to allow them to vote. But yeah, there's not... I think, is this our last upgrade? We'll go pacifying nature. I think there's 1 more. That tree is going to be awesome when it's finished. But look at this place. I am starting to see some frame drops now. I do also want to try this telepheric station. I want to see how it kind of works. It says it takes you from one station to another, right? It has a distance. Is that right? Yeah, where I'm dragging to is as far as you can go. But it says it continually takes you between these points. Oh, yeah, it's like a cable car. That's silly. Hold on. That makes a lot of sense. So this is like a touristy thing for sure. Watch out for aeroplanes. Let's quick build this. Let's see. Yeah, it takes a cable over. That looks silly, doesn't it? Okay, I'm going to get rid of that. I saw what it was about. It's not what we need. Now, there's one thing I'm not doing, and that's creating with oil. So I'm going to go ahead and get some oil rigs on land down. And we've got, pretty sure I've got room for 3, but we'll start with 2 in there. So we'll get these guys in. What we'll do is get also a metro station. I'll probably put it there, actually. That's fine. And that means we can then start producing plastic. We'll grab the plastics plant and we'll try 2 of these. And we'll give both the upgrades. Maximize these. Can we upgrade these? Coil tubing, fracking posts. Lovely. And we'll max out those as well. And then I'll also go ahead and get a parking deck this side. So I'm learning to get these guys in. Anything that kind of travels around, right? And we'll get a drone taxi as well. So anywhere they want to go, they can go throughout our factories and stuff. And then with this, we're going to say from plastics, you can sell that. And then from that, we should be able to start, is it pharmaceuticals? Produce oil with pharmaceuticals. So we're going to have a pharmaceutical company factory this way or 2. And I'm actually going to try and produce quite a bit of oil. We are going to maximize both of these. Oh, we can do sugar. Might do 1 as sugar, 1 as oil then. And then pharmaceuticals with drones will also add a new route times 2. That'll make our money even higher in this one. So sugar's coming in now. We can get more I don't know if we can... We probably do drones from sugar too, but I'll leave them kind of doing their thing. Yeah, I can use a drone to go oil. They can vote freely. I'm trying to do my Lincoln routes. We'll say from oil to pharmaceutical. So that should give oil into there. And then this bad boy, we'll just keep an eye on it. I want to see if that comes out. There it is. Oil going in. Doesn't carry loads, but then pharmaceuticals should then be able to come out and sell very quickly. And I haven't been doing any trades. I can't lie. I'm just keeping it kind of chill. But we can now do pharmaceuticals. And of course, it's the USA that wants pharmaceuticals, man. And look at that. They all like me still. That's not too bad. We'll continue on with our same thing here. The main thing I care about is whether people are homeless or not, really. Wealth is insane. So we're all good. And happiness is pretty good. I still need more healthcare. That's the only one knocking us down a little bit. So I've been trying to get it in, but the more people that come in, the worse it's going to be. Well, it really didn't take long to get a full pharmaceuticals chain going, did it? What else have we got? I think we're pretty much there. Smart furniture studio. No, I'm not feeling that. I'm pretty sure that's the industries I want to go for. The only other ones are like capsule home clusters. I'm not interested in that either, but I do want to get this stadium. And this, honestly, is something that is pretty damn cool. We want them to be able to visit for sports, I think. It doesn't make sense to go over here. Where would we want to go? I'm actually tempted to bin off the iron mine here, which I'm going to do. And I'm going to put the stadium this way. I'm going to quick build this and just see. I'll leave it as is, and then I'll increase the fee, increase everything for VIP Tribune, and we'll have just some giant stadium in here. I need to decorate out front, so we want basic parks and then some trees in between. I'll let it play though. We're in 2025 now, so we're back on track. And I do want to forest this area up for sure. And there it is. My choice is greenery through here. It looks awesome, man. Painting those trees in. I really, really like it. And I've filled the mansions across the top. This place is insane. I'm really happy with how everything's come out. I really am. And I surrounded the stadium in trees and a bit of a park at front. I thought that looked really nice. Now, if we just come this way, look, we're still hiding the tourists. So if you're down on the ground, you're not seeing across. You'll see a couple of the buildings peering over, but you don't see much else. And we're making a lot of money. I don't think there's much else we want to get in. One of the main things I want to do is just double check this once again. So there's not much I can do on healthcare other than maybe upgrade the hospitals. I've maxed out everything. I've gave them all hospital wings, so there's not really too much we can do. Unless there's like... Well, we're at a point we can spend if we want now, right? I don't really think I want to enact anything else. Like, as far as votes go as well, I've only got 17% in the opposition, so we're absolutely fine. The only one that really... two that don't like us are communists and intellectuals. So I don't need to worry. I'm just putting this climbing park over here. I'm not going to allow tourists. This one's pretty cool. Visitors must be at least well off. It's like a cool little park for these houses. I think that looks super awesome. But this place is pretty damn full. Let's take a run through because this is the end. I'm happy with where we're at. I've filled out pretty much everything I want to do. This is a great first introduction to me and Tropico, if I'm honest. I've never played it before, so I think I've done pretty well in terms of it. But you'll have to let me know, obviously, what are the ways you play. It took me a while to get money flowing, but once I figured out how to do it, it all became apparent and made sense. We are rolling in the money. Tourism is absolutely booming and industries are crazy, but look at this place. Let's have a proper look through before we continue. Mr. El Presidente built something rather special for everyone, and I've chucked in loads of offices because they generate stupid money too. Who'd have thought? Pretty insane. It's awesome. But guys, do hit the thumbs up, and if you aren't already subscribed, please do consider that too. It really, really, really helps me more than you know, and I really, really appreciate it. If you want to see more Tropico 6, let me know, and let me know how excited you are for Tropico 7. I certainly am very, very excited after playing this, and I'd love to know if you want me to play more. It's something I can do with different challenges and stuff. As always, guys, I hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.